morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. And it's such a pleasure having all of you today. We'll get started with our program. Karibu, karibu. Have a seat. Good to see you. Wonderful. With a word of prayer.
So, good morning, everyone. We'll have a word of prayer from Benny Victor and Abdul Adam to open the session. Welcome.
Let's believe and pray. Mighty God, mighty Father, King of Kings, want to thank you for the gift of life this morning. Want to thank you for the grace that you've given us to see yet another day, Jehovah. As you are going to convene here, King of Kings, I pray that you may protect us, you may guide us, and whatever agenda it is we're going to have here, it's going to be successful by your grace, Jehovah, King of Kings. And even when we leave, Jehovah, may you live with us. And I pray that, King of Kings, Jehovah, you may help us to protect our world, and you may protect us to curb the climate change that is ravaging through our continent and our nation and our planet. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ, I pray, believing and trusting. Amen.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Amen. Mighty God, we pray for success in this meeting and for the well departure of all who, when we go back, we depart well. It's in your name we pray and believe in. Amen.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We can have our seats, our cushions. So, my name is Mercy Wamboi. Really honored to be your host today. I'm the programs director at CAVU, and we'll keep interacting today. So happy. We've met so many of you over calls and virtually, and today we get to meet in person. And my co-MC today.
Hello. Are you happy? Are you happy? Are you really happy today? If you are happy, whisper to your neighbor. Okay, my name is David Jackson, Flama Ambassador. You see, collaboration. First Lady Mazingira Awards, CAVU, and I'm here as a co-MC. I hope you all have a great time. Your positive vibes, okay? All right, thank you. Welcome all.
Thank you. So just before we start, we have lots of different activities lined up. And we'll start with a song from the Alliance School Band. They told me they have a lot lined up for us. So we'll have them as we continue. We'll hear a lot from them as we continue. So you can give us one song, then we continue. Thank you. Oh, I'm being informed that Mirema School are being called for their art exhibition behind there. Are there any Mirema School students? There are some. Thank you for joining us. Would love to have you be part of CIC. I think your teacher is calling for you. Okay. So thank you so much for that, Alliance. Looking forward to much more. And before we continue, we wanted to welcome you as your host, as CAVU. Just a brief word of welcome. And I feel restricted. I can only stand here. Yeah? Okay. I'm told I can only stand here. I like moving around. But that's fine. So, as I said, my name is Mercy Wamboi, working as the program director for CAVU, hand in hand with our Africa Strategy Director, Teddy Warrior. And we also have our executive director, Jordan Smith, and her family, our founders, David Smith, and their daughters, Elena and Niva, who've joined us today. So we all want to wish you a warm, warm welcome. And thank you so much for gracing our event today. Karibuni, I'm seeing more students have come in. It's free sitting. Feel free to just come in and sit down. So just a brief about CAVU and where we started and what we are about. So, yes, just come in, just come in. Okay, thank you. So CAVU was started over 20 years ago by David and Jordan Smith and introduced in Kenya. So, and then started a program called CIC, Climate Innovation Challenge in 2019, which is introduced to Kenya in 2021 by Teddy Warrior. And that's a brief of just how we are here. So as we start, I'd like to invite Jordan for just a few words and remarks, and to welcome you as the host for the day. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you all for being here. My name is Jordan Smith, and I am the co-founder of CAVU. And how we have come to be here is a little bit of a journey. And so I would like to introduce David Smith, who is my co-founder, husband, life partner, best friend, to tell you a little bit about why we're in Kenya and why we care about you.
Yep.
Sure did.
Good morning. This is an unprepared speech, but it is a deeply emotional and moving moment for me to be here today. It is a closing of a life circle for me. I'm the Mzee in the room. To let you know the degree, I was in this museum first over half century ago, young people. Long, long time ago. And when I was here, I was already, when I was at university, and I was the young photographer secretary for a powerful 4-person team that had come to Kenya looking at primary education in 5 African countries. And we met with as I said, I was just their photographer and their secretary, but we met with President Kenyatta's senior ministers in education. We also went to Tanzania and met with Dr. Nyeri's senior ministers. We met with President Kaunda in Zambia. And in Ethiopia, we had an audience with the emperor. Now that puts a historical perspective on it. We met with Haile Selassie. After meeting the important people in town, we got in small planes and flew into the country, in each of 5 countries and Uganda, and looked at primary education and had questions with the teachers in those schools. What could you do with a little more resources? How can we help you do your best job? So I think you can see, for me to be here today is really a closing of a circle, because I think Teddy wanted me to give you just a little other background. After university, I returned to Africa. In the next several years, I have visited and worked in 43 countries in Africa. I was a photojournalist. I covered some very messy conflicts. I ended in Nairobi, which was quickly my home. I learned to fly at Wilson Airport, and in record time, in a couple of months, and that was my passion. for the cost of the rental of a plane and a few groceries, I would fly anyone, anywhere. I think my most unusual flight passengers were 4 crocodiles. An Israeli gentleman wanted live crocodiles moved from Lake Turkana down to the coast. He was starting a crocodile farm for their skins in the Italian fashion business. I flew anyone, anywhere, and somehow survived my first 500 hours living here in Nairobi. That period of my life came to an end when I was in Angola for a long period of time, for 4 months, covering that ugly war. And my ride out was shot down, and I realized if I wanted to live, that I needed to walk out of Angola, and I walked 600 miles to the Zambian border. Things you do when you are young. That changed. It was a big story. It was America's secret involvement in a war in Africa. It was an unknown story, and it took me elsewhere back in the States. It took me too long to come back to Africa. Life gets in the way. I met my life partner, and 23 years ago, we moved to Latin America and started CAVU together. We made 25 films, short pieces on social justice and conservation issues in 10 countries as far south as Peru in South America and Latin America. They were all voices of the people. We were always behind the camera. How can we help you? How can you do a better job in your community? How are you not represented in the governments? And we would talk to these people, have them talk to us, talk right into the camera, and then take these finished pieces and show them in the National Assembly, bring them to the attention to national press, and it actually affected some changes in these countries. We did this for the first 15 years of CAVU, and then we transitioned to where we are now, and I would like to have our executive director talk a little about that. As I said, though, in finishing, for me to be standing in this museum when I was not much older than you guys, and at that time looking at primary education and ways it could be better in this country, to be coming back here with CIC is right here. It is so wonderful for me to be back here. Thank you all.
Like that? Good. Okay. Yes, you can use this.
Good morning again. So as David was saying, we worked in a lot of rural communities, Voices of the People, and we worked with about 100 other organizations in community to talk about issues on water, deforestation, recycling, plan development, how you can make your community, by working with a variety of different people, what you vision for the future. And one of the key aspects when we say Voices of the People is working not with people who just think what you think, but people who think differently from what you think, to create a collective community that is vibrant, healthy, and hopeful. And we did this for about 17, 18 years. And at some point we said, you know what, someday we're not going to be here. And there are more communities in the world than we can get to. And we can't replicate ourselves, but we can teach people to be their own vision for the future, their own hope. And thus was born the Climate Innovation Challenge. We know, I think all of the elder people in this room, that the world is different from when we were born, and that the climate is different. And now We know that people talked about it, but nobody felt it, and now you feel it. Drought where there used to be rain, too much rain where there used to be the right amount of rain. Storms that take things out, crops that aren't where they're supposed to be, trees that are no longer where they were. And I think you're feeling it. And young people today say, what is the future? It feels hopeless. So we created the Climate Innovation Challenge to bring hope, because at CAVU we believe hope isn't the, I hope it's going to rain tomorrow, or I hope I can see my grandparents' team, Marcy Wamboy and Teddy Waria and others that they work with, have been able to bring the Climate Innovation Challenge, which is now KICD approved, into schools in Kenya, and we have the results you will see later today. I won't bore you with those when you're going to see them more vibrantly. But I just want to say that hope is in the face of everyone here, because when we work together and when we build ideas, we can all make a difference. And it just takes one spark, one person. And today we have a special person that we are going to honor, but everybody in the room has a chance to be that person. So thank you for being here today and helping build youth, hope among youth in Kenya. Thank you.
Hello again. Hi, it's me. Did you miss me? Anyways, so I think your neighbor didn't hear the psh, psh, psh. Come on, tell your neighbor psh, 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 until they smile. Psh, psh, psh. Okay, now that is the sound of wind. Anyways, up next we are going to have Ohana Brook Academy. They are going to present a conversation on climate change, and it's gonna be exciting. Somebody say exciting. No. Exciting. Okay, welcome.
Do you need a mic? Yes. Good job, girls.
Hello everyone, we have a conversation about climate change. Hello everyone. So today we're presenting a conversation about climate change, how climate change has been affecting our society, and our brilliant students here will talk about it. Okay?
Hello everyone. Today we are gonna conserve how to reduce climate change. We live in a warm and wet place where the land is green, the rivers flow freely, and the rain is part of our daily life. But sometimes the rain is too much, flooding our farms and roads. Other times, the sun shines too long, drying up our rivers. The sun shines bright here, warming our land and helping our crops to grow. But sometimes the heat is too much. Our rivers dry and the land cracks. We struggle to find enough water for our farms and homes. Thank you.
Climate change is making our world hotter. Long dry season means less water for our plants, animals, and even us. Sometimes we wait for rain, but it does not come.
Climate change is changing everything. Heavy rain floods our school and home, making it hard for us to study and work. When the dry season comes, we struggle to get enough food and water. We have seen our rivers shrinking and trees are disappearing.
But we are not just watching, we are taking action. We are planting trees to protect our land, collecting rainwater to use in dry season, and learning new ways to farm without harming our environment. We are also teaching our families how to reduce waste and use clean energy. Thank you.
Our school is part of a climate club where we find new ideas to keep our environment safe. We are learning from scientists, local farmers, and even from each other. Thank you.
We believe that if we work together, we can protect our future. We dream of a world where our rain is a blessing, not a disaster. A world where the sun helps our crops grow and does not dry them up. Thank you. With knowledge, action, and hope, we can create a better world. The future is in our hands. What are you doing to protect the environment? Join us in making our climate, our
Now, they do have a poem. Back for the poem. You can share the mic.
Our earth is changing day by day. The trees are growing, the skies are gray, the rivers dry, the heat is strong. Something here is very wrong. The rain comes fast, they flood our land, then they are gone, just dust and sand. The air is hot, the ground is bare. We need to show our land with care. Plant more trees, don't waste a drop. Keep our rivers clean, don't let them drop. Save our planet, keep it bright. Work together, make it right. Let's save our land. Thank you.
So that's all we had about our climate change. So let's keep our environment clean.
Hey, round of appreciation. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Wasn't that amazing? Okay, now, so we say that when we cut trees, we will lack rain, yeah? But we are going to make rain right here. I'm going to show you how, okay? It's a round of applause for them. So we'll start with one finger. Do like this. By the end, you'll tell me if you hear the rain, okay? 2 fingers. 3 fingers. 4, 5. Thunder. Thunder. Rain. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. So our next performer will be Kake Wakake. Interesting name. So as he's coming in, I think I'll engage you into a talk. So today, it's all about the children. That's why there are more young people here than young people. Okay? So as he's preparing, I would like to tell you a little bit about Flama. So First Lady Mazingira Award, we are partners with CAVU, and our First Lady is very passionate about children, the environment, and climate. So we have something similar, as much as CAVU, it's about creating short videos, 2 to 4 minutes, I believe, yes. Now for us, we look into the creative aspect of art, painting, drawing, essays, spoken word, and we put it as a national competition. I myself, as you see me here, I was one of the winners in designing the logo for Flama, so it was a big thing, and it changed my whole life. So every day, CAVU, First Lady Mazingira Award, we are changing the lives of these children and their perspective on matters to do with the environment. Munaweza piga makofi hapo, I think. All right, now we welcome Kake Wakake to give us an amazing show. Don't worry, I'm as curious as you are. I don't know what's going to happen, but I really want to know.
Yes, my name is Kake Wakake. You can say Kake Wakake, Watake Wasitake, bado ni Kake. Thank you. So today I have my drums, and what I want to do, I want to engage those who are willing to come and create music with me, because music is therapy, right? So when you listen to music, you heal. So just imagine now you're making that music. So kindly, I have a number of drums. You can come, take a drum and 2 sticks. Feel free to join me so that we can play the drums together. Karibu sana. Welcome. And then when the music builds up, you can also join us with your horns, because we are celebrating CAVU today, right? So feel free to create the sound. Asante sana.
Aya,
Come.
chelewa. Drum bado ziko.
Come, we have a lot of drums. We have shakers.
Mapema ndio best.
We have cowbells. We have karinga-ringa.
We have so many drums here. Come and join us. Don't be shy. Limuru girls, are you represented? Alliance. Mr. Harrison, tell your girls to come and drum. Anyone from Voi, are they here? Kisumu, anyone from Kisumu? Kisumu is represented. Voi, Mombasa, Khadija.
Makofi. Thank you. Thank you very much. Wow. I have no words. Very impressed.
We call Teddy to introduce. So you'll call Teddy, who will introduce the keynote speaker for the day.
How did that feel? Nice, yeah? And what do we learn from that? Personally, I'll just tell you what I learned is that when you feel like starting a good thing, just start. The others will join. You know, we started with the drums. We had no idea what's going on. Then all of a sudden, mkashikanisha forms, ndio? Mkasikia hii kitu ina bana. Anyway, so next up, it will be my great pleasure to invite CAVU Africa Director, Mr. Teddy Warrior, who will invite the keynote speaker for the day. Makofi. Guys. Makofi is clapping for those like me who don't know Swahili, like Makofi. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm waiting on the kids to be able to sit. Thank you, everybody, for gracing the CAVU Africa Launch and Student Showcase and an awards ceremony. Habari zenyu? Mpo? Mko na njaa? Mko na usingizi? Haya basi. Kake wakake. Thank you for the drum beats. In my language, we call that bull, which is a drum beat. Sometimes I say this, I am Nyatiti, I am bull, I am Orutu, I am a drum beat, I am an African. And I hope you can join me by saying, we are CAVU Africa. I hope you can join me in saying, we are CAVU Africa. Did you guys have breakfast? In my language, you'd say, Udenyo. Are you hungry? Anyway, I'm so pleased to be here. And this is one of our dreams come true. And sometimes you have to start things at the beginning. So I want to say this. Because of Nelson, Rolihlahla, Madiba, Dalibunga, Mandela, I met David S. Smith. And consequently, I also met Jordan Vaughan Smith, the mother to Neva and Elena Delano Smith. Welcome home. This is the home of humankind. Feel free. And I believe they arrived here at 3:15 a.m., if I'm not wrong, but they're here with us, and they even arrived at this event before me. Makofi kwao. Makofi tena. Asanteni. Now, Nelson Mandela once said, it is not possible until it is. And today we are here because at a dinner table in David and Jordan Smith's home, they thought that we should bring CAVU to Africa. And Jordan asked me, can we bring a pen pal program to schools in Nairobi? And I thought that was so far-fetched. And one morning, Jordan asked me, can we have a special breakfast at Dolina Restaurant in Santa Fe? And boy, was I invited to the board of directors of Climate Advocates, Bosses, Unidas, which out of an epiphany or of the fact that we're English speakers, David thought we should use now Climate Advocates, Voices United. So thank you so much for that offer that morning in Dolina Restaurant in Santa Fe, New Mexico, the state with enchantment, or what do they say? The enchanted, the land of enchantment. So thank you for coming to the magical land or the magical country, which is Kenya. We say Hakuna Matata, we say Bila Shaka, which means no worries, take it easy, relax, feel at home, enjoy the drums, and hopefully in the afternoon, Kake will play for you the Nyatiti. It's a female version of a lyre. So he'll play it when we are planting trees and thanking the ancestors and the Almighty for having us here today. Now, I was called to invite Daniel, but it behooved me to say something because I wanted to welcome you to this event. If you notice, it has been done in an open air kind of setting. In my Luo tradition, which is of the Nile people, we used to call this Siwinde. This is where older people passed on their knowledge, experience, wisdom, and sometimes capital in the form of cows or chicken or goats to the generations that come next. So feel free here, enjoy the air around you, say hello to the person next to you, and we're looking forward to speaking at the right time. But right now, it's my distinct honor and pleasure to introduce you to a fine African man. In my native language, you say somebody who has nyadhi, which means he has more than elegance, style, class, sass, and panache. And that person is none other than Daniel Juma Omondi, because the most universal or most accepted name in Kenya that does not even define your tribe is Juma. And David, when he was here in Kenya, seeing the Nile crocodiles in Lake Victoria, I think in Kisumu, he had also a friend called Juma. So Juma keeps on following David. So thank you, Daniel, so much, because when you started Great Places to School, it has a fantastic name. And when I came to one of the events, it's the first time he introduced me to Tony Elsley. I don't know how to pronounce that name, but he's executive head of M-Pesa Foundation Academy. And then last year, when we went to the Kenya Innovation Week, you had the temerity and the character and the presence and the foresight to tell me to come to the room where wavumbuzi, which is the Swahili word for innovation. So there is a fantastic organization called Wavumbuzi. They were hosting young innovators, and that's where I met teacher Jacqueline. I don't know if she's here. She was then at M-Pesa Foundation Academy, and in the record of CAVU worldwide, she sent 22 students to apply for Climate Innovation Challenge, and Zainab Mohammed won a prize for her riding, is it called riding race? It's a solar-powered tuk-tuk, which it's my hope and prayer, believing in possibility, that one day it will be made possible. So Zainab, I don't know where you are, but you make us glad. You can shake, you can wave, you can say Auf Wiedersehen, you can say Alle die Gut. She also speaks German. She's a fantastic kid and young leader, and she also serves in the board of CAVU. So we know you, Zainab, courtesy of Daniel Juma Omondi, because through your teacher Jacqueline, who used to teach French and English, I was able to meet him, and consequently, because of his Great Places to School event, we were able to come to Panari and also meet your executive head. We pass our regards to him, and we thank you for him also giving us the most support in this program. Daniel didn't stop there. One day he told me, I think it was last year, in World Environmental Day, almost a time like this, he told me, let's go to Alliance to plant trees. So I talked to David Mwavasu, who is the branch manager of Barclays, sorry, now ABSA in Kikuyu, And I also spoke to Peter Waweru, who is the head of marketing for ABSA. They go with a tag that they tell their own stories, one face at a time. You see that? So they gave 60,000 shillings to buy seedlings. I went to Daniel, and because of that, I met one of the best teachers in Kenya. I met one of the best teachers of Kenya who teaches not only by precept, but by example. That's Mr. Chomba Kamau, who has opened doors to his school for us to engage the young ones with knowledge on climate education and also self-awareness. Mr. Chomba, I respect you, I thank you, and because of that, Alliance High School produced the winner of this year. So thank you so much for taking your work so seriously. And I hope and pray that many teachers in Kenya can emulate you so that we have as many teachers like you to become our heroes and heroines. So from the bottom of my heart, asante sana. In fact, last night at exactly 3:15 a.m., I thought of calling the movement of getting a circle of friends of CAVU. I call it #Action Alliance. And on Monday at 4:30 p.m., God willing, Dio Valante, we're going to be with you at your school with the Smiths and Neva and Eleanor to see your school. And Eleanor and Neva, Alliance High School maybe has 2,800 young men, some of the best and brightest, who are evergreen in their clothes and ever smart. So they look forward to having you. Thank you so much, Daniel, and for your work for the global peace. We thank you, and we even are happy for you because you recently made the regional African Director for Global Peace. We need more peace. We need no wahala. So, Daniel, welcome here. And for the first time in my life since the Arab Boy days, I have spoken through KBC, which means Kenya Broadcasting Corporation. So thank you so much, Rosemary and Mboya, for bringing KBC back to life right here. May God bless the words that Daniel is about to speak, and may our collaboration grow day by day.
Thank you. Thank you, Teddy Warrior. Thank you very much, Teddy. It's always a pleasure to be with him. It is my distinct honor, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, our young innovators and future leaders, good morning. Yes, it is my profound honor and privilege to stand before you today at the official launch of CAVU Africa, held in this historical and inspiring venue, the National Museum of Kenya. This occasion not only marks a new chapter in climate advocacy, but also serves as a testament to the power of collaboration and shared vision in addressing one of the most pressing issues of our time, climate change. Before I go far, I want to take a moment to commend the visionary founders of CAVU, that is Mr. David Smith, my friend, and also Miss Jordan Vaughan Smith, right? And your beautiful daughters, you know. I really thank you for that. I also want to recognize Mr. Chomba, the principal of Alliance High School. You have worked, you know, with Alliance for a very long time. And there's something he told me in Alliance, that in Alliance, this is one of the schools that we wanted to go when you did our KCP, but we never made it to Alliance. So when we went there to plant trees, I was able to announce that I came to Alliance. So Alliance, please give yourself a clap. The school that you attended, you know, is an envy of many. We tried to go to Alliance, but we never made it there. But at least you are there. Okay? I also want to recognize My friends, I can see Professor Atemo Micheka. You know, Atemo Micheka is one of the most respected academicians in Kenya and the former director of the NEMA. I also can see my friend from the First Lady's office. You know, she's doing a lot of work with the FLAMA, the First Ladies. And we are, as Global Peace Foundation, are happy to partner with the Office of the First Lady. And just the other day, we were in Eldoret with Charlene Ruto and the Smarch Foundation, really doing a lot of work, in defense of our climate. I also came here with my beautiful wife. Her name is Elizabeth Mwende, and also my son Henry. Yeah, so I needed to recognize them. So your unwavering passion and dedication to climate action, that is Jordan and David, is inspiring many, many young people to step forward as leaders in their communities. I also want to extend my heartfelt appreciation to my friend, Teddy Warrior, and his dedicated local team, including Mercy here, and the other team. They have made tireless efforts, to champion the work of CAVU across Africa. Your commitment to empowering our youth and to foster climate innovation is commendable. So today, as we launch CAVU in Africa, we are not just initiating a program, we are igniting a movement that recognizes the crucial role of our youth in combating climate change. With over 60% of Africa's population under the age of 25, we are reminded that today's young people are not just stakeholders in our future, they are the architects of our future. CAVU Africa's mission to promote climate action through education, innovation, and storytelling aligns perfectly with the Global Peace Foundation's vision. And education is not just a tool, it is a pathway to peace, empowerment, and sustainable development. And together we will ensure that this pathway is open to all. This launch today is further strengthened by the recent MOU that we signed between CAVU and the Global Peace Foundation. This partnership will enhance collaboration in several areas, particularly through Great Places to School initiative. The Great Places to School initiative identifies and recognizes schools that foster innovative learning environment and holistic development of a total child. It serves as a self-motivating tool, encouraging schools to continuously improve their competence and align with the demands of the 21st century education. By integrating CAVU's climate-focused programs into this framework, we can elevate the standards of education while simultaneously nurturing environmental stewardship amongst our students. Through our collaboration, we will explore numerous areas of impact. We will work together to create awareness about the importance of climate action, instill values of peace and coexistence, and promote innovative educational practices across the continent. Our shared values will guide us in establishing tree nurseries in schools and universities, contributing to both environmental sustainability and the well-being of our communities. And to this, I really want to thank our patron, Dr. Manu Chandaria, who is not here. He has been working with us to establish tree nurseries in several schools. We have done that in more than 17 schools. Last week, we established another nursery in Wareng. which is the alma mater of President William Ruto. And we hope to continue doing this work. So as we move forward, I urge all stakeholders, educators, policymakers, and community members to rally behind CAVU Africa and the Global Peace Foundation. Let us harness the energy and creativity of our youth to drive meaningful change in our society. Together, we can cultivate a generation that is not only aware of the challenges we have faced, but also equipped with the skills and knowledge to create sustainable solution. And let me just say, one of the reasons why the Global Peace Foundation is championing a program called Transforming Education in the Global South towards 2050. We created this program because we believe that education must be transformed. Education must help us to be able to solve the problems of today. It is today's educators who must, be a part of the solution. So we said that today, the educators are spending more time with our children than even the parents. So today's educators, the teachers, have an opportunity to influence the next generation. So why 2050? Because between now and 2050, it is these young people who spend time in your classrooms. They will be the members of parliament. They will be the senators. They will be the presidents. They will be the MCAs. Probably I'll be dead by then. I don't know whether I'm going to be alive. Or I'll be too old. But they will be the leaders. So today, the teachers, like Mr. Chomba here from Alliance, you have an opportunity to influence the next generation. How 2050 will be depends on the kind of values, the value system you impart on these students. And that's why the Global Peace Foundation, we see it fit. Work with the educators. Work with the teachers. When I go to school, I ask myself, who is the teacher that is teaching my kids? What kind of values is he imparting in my kids? So I always say that the teacher is the most important profession. Very, very important. Because it is through the teacher that we get lawyers. Everybody passes through the teacher. The engineers, the presidents, the senators, the MPs. Everyone passes through the teacher. So the teaching profession is the most important. And so I call upon our government, our Ministry of Education. Let's empower our teachers. Let's empower them. I don't like to see teachers out, demonstrating, asking for more money in the streets. Because the more they do that, you make our kids start looking down on this most important profession. So we need to work with the teachers. We need to work with the educators. And why do we work with these stakeholders, and especially families? Because we say that education is so important to be left in the hands of the Ministry of Education alone, in the hands of teachers alone. So all of us must work collaboratively to be able to transform education. So the year 2050, will depend on the kind of values, the kind of education we impart on these students. So I call upon those who are here, the schools that are here today, take part in the Great Places to School. The next Great Places to School will be on the 27th, just this month. So we call upon those who have not applied, you can come and attend and nominate your school and be a part of the transformation work that you are doing. In closing, I'm excited about the possibilities that lie ahead as we embark on this transformative journey with CAVU Africa. Let us stand united in our mission to empower our youth, promote climate action, and build a peaceful and sustainable future for generations to come. And let me say, Jordan and David, that now that I've been appointed the Africa representative of Global Peace Foundation, I will work with you to take this work, not just in Kenya, but to take this work to other areas of Africa so that we can make a continental impact. Thank you. So thank you very much for your attention. And now let me take this opportunity, to declare, CAVU Africa officially launched today at the National Museums of Kenya. Asanteni sana, and may God bless all of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, this is quite hard. Thank you, Daniel, for those remarks. As Madiba said, education is a tool that will equalize the world. I believe in peace. I believe in education, and I love teachers. So thank you for spreading that love to them. And I know at the back there, which I want to just recognize her before I say something. I like engaging students because when I came back from the US, a bit dapper, a bit suave, somebody opened some doors for me. And by the way, CAVU used to have a very good filming called Open Doors, cinematography on climate to fight methane in New Mexico. But I want to say the teacher of mine, Japuonja. So there's a song that said, Japuonja ni mondange somo. Japuonja ni mondange somo. Aomera. Japuonja ni monda herkwano. Aomera. Japuonja ni monda herkavu. Aomera. Japuonja ni monda her chiemo. Aomera. Anyway, guys, I'm making fun. Fun is good. So I want to say that teacher and that person was none other than Miss Jacinta Akatsa, one of the greatest teachers also in this land. Maybe the government and the people don't recognize her enough, but when I was a young boy, believe it or not, I'm almost reaching 50. When I was a young boy at Lenana School, Miss Akatsa, being that she's a great biology and chemistry teacher, used to teach us in the bus, because I used to be a good choir boy. And we used to sing a lot to President Daniel Arap Moi, the second president of the Republic of Kenya. And when Arap Moi gave Mrs. Jacinta Akatsa and Mr. Nami money to give us because we have sung for him at State House, and wherever we have sung for him, Ms. Akatsa never shortchanged us. Thank you, Mwalimu, for not shortchanging us. And Ms. Akatsa, right now, she's the head of Semastea, which is in charge of science education in Kenya. And CAVU is steeped in STEAM, science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics. So we'll be looking for her a lot to engage with us deeper, because just as the River Nile, we want to go deeper, longer, farther, faster, from Lake Victoria, which is the source, all the way to the Delta and to the rest of the Mediterranean and the world. So Mwalimu, thank you for so many years of supporting me, and I think you've made us become better. So I needed to say that because you're right in front of me, and I wanted to know that I see you, and the world will hear you more. And we thank you for also opening your school, Precious Blood Riruta, which during my times in Lenana School, 6 times in a row, they were #1 in Kenya. So thank you for teaching excellence, because that's also a value for CAVU. Now with that, I want to call Kevin Ouma just in front, Daniel Omondi, Teacher Chomba, Francis, David, and Jordan, and Neva, and Neva and Eleanor. My blood kicks in slowly. By 12:30, I'll be good, so don't worry. So just come in front, because we want to actually now hoist this in respect and in launching CAVU. And at that point, I'll also want Neva, if you could come, and Eleanor, just come first to to read a poem, then we can launch it. Just come in front or come here. Come, guys. You're home. Come.
Hi, this is a poem I wrote last year that we also presented last year in Kenya. It is an I am from poem. Teddy taught us how to do it and the formatting, so this is a little bit about where I'm from and how I came here. I am Neva Shiverick Smith. I am from Costa Rica, the land where monkeys swing from the branches of the trees, where toucans color the sky with their vibrant feathers, the land where the turtles dance amongst the waves. I am from New Mexico, the land of my childhood memories, where the desert meets the mountains, the land where the yucca flowers grow with the cactus alongside the adobe houses. I am from Colorado, the land of winter wonderlands, with 14,000-foot mountains covered with wildflowers and animals. The land where the stars illuminate the night sky, the land that feels most like home. I am from my adventurous, strong, and hardworking father. I am from my compassionate, dedicated, and outgoing mother. I am from my playful, kind, loving, and caring sister. I am from the Smith family. I am ever-changing like a waterfall. I am full of life like a jungle. I am colorful and strong like a mountain. I am from the brightest sun and the coldest snow. I am from the flowers in the meadows. I am from the leaves in the trees. I am from the sand on the beach. I am from the shells in the ocean. I am from the crashing waves upon the sea. I am from sunrises and sunsets. I am from the earth, the people, the animals. I am Neva Shiverick Smith. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Neva. And so now I want to invite Eleanor Delano Smith, the younger sister to Neva Smith, who was born in Costa Rica. That's where CAVU started. And last year, when my friend David Shiverick Smith, the name Shiverick comes from shipbuilders. And I come from a long line of shipbuilders, but they used a tree called ngao, and we traversed the Nile and Lake Victoria. So thank you, David, for last year. When you told me that you're coming to break bread with me over Easter, I thought you're pulling my leg. So I didn't answer that email for almost a week. And then he called me and asked, have you seen my email? I said, yes, but it was unbelievable. But now they're here. And the reason I'm saying that is because during that Easter, Eleanor and Neva wrote these two wonderful poems that I've read. And the mother asked me at that time at the home of Dr. Mary Okello in Kibos that she'd like the kids to write their poems. And I thought, oh gosh, it's going to take 2 weeks to write this, but I think they wrote it within 2 hours. So thank you so much. It looks like it was written for 200 years to come. So God bless you, and welcome home to Kenya. This is the home of mankind. So never forget that. So you're most welcome. Karibu. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Ellie, you want to go?
You're right.
Okay. I'm Eleanor Delano Smith. I'm from the home where mistakes aren't feared but welcomed. I'm from the home of honesty, where truths are spoken even when they are hard. I'm from the home of grit, where persistent matters more than perfection. I'm from the home of forgiveness, where old feelings are considered. I'm from the home of problem solving, where we never give up. I'm from the land of chili peppers. I'm from the land of dancing. I'm from the land of learning. I'm from the land of art. I'm from the land of curiosity and the land of shade. I'm from the land of vibrant blue skies and golden sunsets. I'm from the wind that speaks. I'm from the constellations of the brightest stars. I'm from the rivers, the rolling hills, the mountains, the snow, the rain, the sun. I'm from the deepest silence and the loudest drum. I'm from the scurrying mice and the howling coyotes. I'm from the smallest ponies and the biggest horses. I'm from my backyard games to international competitions. I'm my family, I'm my pets, I'm my friends, current and old. I'm everyone I have met along the way because they have shaped me into the person I've become today. Eleanor, or Ellie, or Elbel, Dora, Eleni, Elbow, or Ellie Belly. I am my own progression, made up of the skills I've developed. From learning to crawl, I learned to walk. From learning to run, I learned to jump. From learning to care, I learned to bury bugs. I learned to draw. I learned to paint, to read, to play piano, to ride a horse, to compete, and I learned to celebrate. But yeah, I'm still Eleanor Delano Smith, and I will always be Eleanor Delano Smith. So thank you for listening to Who I Am, and now I ask you, who are you?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I got interested in writing these I Am From poems from United World College in Montezuma. In Kenya, if I say Montezuma, they'll think it's the funeral home. No, hell no. This is Montezuma, where they have hot springs in New Mexico. And thanks to Victoria Mora, who's the president of the college, and Naomi Swinton, I got an opportunity to be a Bartos Fellow. So thank you, Neva and Eleanor Delano Smith, for reading your poems. And my commitment to the kids of Kenya is that by 2035, I'll have 15 million of these poems done by Kenyan kids. Okay, that's my commitment. So having read the poem, I wanted to invite, because the space is not enough, we'll do this at the, we'll do another of this at the garden, Botanic Garden, that Dr. Mbuni provided to plant 21 trees. Thank you, Dr. Mbuni. He's a manager for the Botanic Garden. So we'll have a space to do a ceremony there. But for now, I just wanted Daniel Chomba, Francis Okomo Okello, the chairman of Serena, my good friend, mentor, coach, and supporter, who comes from a place called Chunypeny, which means the epicenter of the world, in West Jimbo, Nyangera village. So just come in front, we'll present you with this. We'll hoist them up in recognition of this day. And it's basically written in a very simple way. It's written in teal, the teal color. So teal is this kind of light blue, and brown is the color of productivity. And the company that I'm a co-owner called Africa Stocking, we believe in a teal methodology, where you engage based also on how you bring the best arguments, carry the day. So I want you to just host it, and we can just hoist it to commemorate this moment. So as they host this up, I just want to say a statement that when David and Jordan came to Kenya last year, it was a big coming back to home for him, and he did not come empty-handed, together with his wife and his daughters and his family. He said that I've been to Kenya for about 8 years, and he learned how to fly at Wilson Airfield, which is now Wilson Airport. And he said, I need to make a turn back and bring CAVU back home to Kenya. Because it came from the south in Costa Rica to the States, and now back to the global south again, to Kenya, the magical home of humankind. We thank you, David. We honor you for being a master aviator and conservationist. We thank you for the faith and the belief that you have in our team, starting with Mercy Kamau, who is our Africa Program Director, and Mercy and Peggy Olwalo, who is our Program Associate, anchored by our dear friend Sheila Mbero, who is the First Lady's Mazingira Awards head, and who has been very supportive of CAVU. We thank you for your efforts, and we thank also GIZ for its efforts in helping to write Mtoto News and the climate education curriculum for climate, and for entering also to start videos on biodiversity. With that, let us hoist this, join the CAVU Africa Circle, because climate matters. And with that, we reiterate what our key collaborator Daniel Juma said, that CAVU Africa is duly launched, and it was established in May 23rd, 2024 by David Shivrick Smith, Jordan Vaughn Smith, and Teddy Warrior. I thank you all for honoring us and gracing this occasion today. Thank you. Give it to you. So. Guys, thank you for that. I try to be also consultative. So I was consulting with our team here. I'm an egalitarian person, and I like listening also to our team. So once more, thank you so much for being here. I'm not concluding, I'm just trying to catch a break in my mind. Thank you. I see you there, Mr. Wow. You can wave at us. So Mr. Wow, his children, Matthew and L.A. Wow, were one of the first people to submit their CAVU competition entry. So thank you for coming here on a Saturday. So I've been asked to recognize some people, so I'll do that. So I've already recognized David and Jordan Smith. So the second person who I also mentioned was Francis Okomo Okello, who is the chairman of TPS Eastern Africa. I know when I say TPS, you might not know what that is, but they're the operators of Serena hotels, resorts, and lodges. And I hope one of these days, if you've never visited it, you can visit to sample the serenity that it provides. Yeah. And I've already acknowledged Daniel Juma. I've already acknowledged my teacher, Mrs. Jacinta Katza, who, by the way, went to an IB program, and it sharpened a critical, inclusive, and analytical thinking. That's I think is a good thing as well. Thank you for coming with your daughter. And by the way, Mr. Katza's son, one day, Mr. Katza told me, Teddy, I think you need to meet my son. And I wondered, why do I need to also meet your son again? And the son produces excellent films for National Geographic. but he also creates these films based on deep research around Kenya, and they have a very good program animation called Uli and Tata, which you should watch at some point. And when I eventually met the son at their studio in Karen, I thought it was completely worth it. It looks like Wonderland, and we'll cooperate with him and CAVU. So thank you, and we pass our warmest regards to him. So I don't know if Jessica Colasso is here. So Jessica Colasso started iHub, and she's also been a supporter. I've already acknowledged Chomba Kamau. Alex Nyangiti, are we going to have time at the end, or we need to do it now? Okay, so we'll do it then. So I want to also acknowledge M-Pesa Foundation Academy and their teachers. If they're here, they could stand. You can just stand. So in M-Pesa Foundation Academy, and you know M-Pesa is celebrating 18 years, and Safaricom is celebrating 25 years. Your executive head of school, Tony Ashley, opened doors for us to engage with you. We thank him for that. But we also thank you that you represent our nation and the hopes and aspirations of our nation. So thank you so much, Teacher Peter and Teacher Noel, and also in absentia, Teacher Sally, who have been very good to us, and for all your wonderful students who always come curious and ready to be creative with the Climate Innovation Challenge curriculum. So we thank you for that. I don't know if Lipa Gas CEO is here. Okay, we'll go. I hope Kake Wakake is here, and he already sang to us. So Kake, I hope when you are planting the trees, you'll play the Nyatiti. So Kake, I can't see you, but I hope you can hear me. Is Kake here? Okay. Now, Rosemary Okello Orlale. She's the director of Strathmore University Africa Media Lab. She worked her magic to bring the media here today. So thank you so much, Rosemary. She's a fantastic writer, and she's the mother of Sotani Olale. Rosemary, please stand. I know you're humble and simple, but your brain works magic. So wave to the crowd. Harder. So Rosemary was also one of the best employees of Ford Foundation. And Rosemary, how many years did you work for Ford Foundation? No, give me a number. Thank you so much. But Rosemary, whenever I sought to get micro grants to do my projects, Rosemary and her team, led by Ambassador Michael, who is Kenyan ambassador to Austria, they used to always give me like $20,000 as seed capital to get it started. So when you hear that I've done some things, I don't perform magic by myself. Other magicians perform the magic with me. So Rosemary, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your love. Thank you so much for your tremendous care. Vero Kamano. Now, Duncan Mboya. I told him the other day when he called me 2 days ago, he's the one who brought the media and different journalists who specialize in environment and others. I want Duncan Mboya to stand, if he's here. So Duncan, wave like the former Queen of England. Try. So I told Duncan that my father used to pronounce the name Mboya as Mbuya, 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 not Mboya. You know, they are phonetics. And sometimes when I'm engaging with social media, I wonder whether they know the phonetics of our names. And lately, I've been trying to tell X that they should use the pronoun for me, we, us, ours. Maybe you guys don't get it. I've been trying to tell X to use the pronoun for me, we, us, ours. Because I believe it all started here, and we carry the whole world with us wherever we go, just like the River Nile. So, Mboya, thank you so much. I hope you'll get to interview most of the people here. We want them to express themselves about climate and about CAVU and also about their homes and dreams. So thank you so much for coming, and we look forward to a long-term relation with you and the media houses in Kenya, including the international media houses, because we want to tell this climate story to the best of our ability. And now, Rosemary, the reason why I wanted to mention about the association with Ford Foundation is because when we got the gift of David S. Smith to come to Kenya, he came courtesy of Ford Foundation, works for Thomson Reuters, and then went to 43 African countries. He had a fantastic bike that he rode across this continent, and I'm encouraging all of the youth here, when you're still young and free, please traverse this great continent of Africa. So thank you to Ford for initially bringing David to us in Kenya. Now, I see Charles of Chamia Foods. Charles and Judith, are you here? Charles and Judith, are you here? So, you know, one thing I've been trying to do with this thing, David and Jordan have said, we want to give students agency. But I also want to give Kenyans agency to express themselves wherever they are. So, Judith sells some of the best organic plantains, and my friend Akiola from Nigeria would appreciate that. You sell also raisins. She sells very organic food. Thank you for honoring us with your presence. And now, of SMS Juniors. He was the first teacher in Kenya, I believe about 3 years ago, who told me, Teddy, I like the Climate Innovation Challenge curriculum, and I want to bring it to my kids in Kisumu. And with very rudimentary equipment, it was not very high tech, they created one of the best entries called Waste to Fashion. George, which means a farmer in the English language. Could you please, I know you're not a farmer, I've never seen you dig in a day of your life. Just wave at the audience, and together with the girls, just come. I want Jordan and the crowd to see how tall and beautiful and great they have become. Just come in front, the two girls, come. Come, guys. So you can come in front here, George, because I want you to introduce the girls, and then you can do, he has a short presentation called Courtroom, Courtroom of Climate. Climate Courtroom. I want to take a bit of a break or a rest, because these days I take that very seriously. So I want to go and take some water, sit down a bit, take in what they're saying, and then I'll come right back. So it's over to you.
Good afternoon, all. My name is George Chunga Kotiende Pungulu Pangala Wurjomariek. I am a teller of stories and the director, Storymakers Society SMS, based in Kisumu. We are a creative institution that does poetry, mentorship, storytelling mentorship for young girls and young boys. With me are some of the founders of SMS Juniors. Maybe you can come and introduce yourself.
Praise God, everyone. Praise God. My name is Sheldon Tracy, but I'm commonly known as Actress Tracy. That's the name I like to go by. I'm a young upcoming actress. I'm a model. I'm a poet and a dancer. I use fashion to create awareness on climate change. So I use fashion as an advocacy. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Halibo Bacheng Chunga. I'm a storyteller, a singer, a dancer, and many more. And I'm glad to meet you today. Thank you.
We want to do a performance. It's entitled The Climate Courtroom in a few. George.
Yes. So our presenters are preparing themselves, and you can take this time to know who's sitting next to you. Meka tu mnaniangalia. Okay, at least know the name. And don't make the excuse that I'm bad at names. It's okay, just ask and forget, no problem, but ask. Backbenchers. Oh, okay, mnajuana, okay.
Check. To you comes back. He was right. He was right. The man who said that you will never know. You will never know the importance of your buttocks until there is a boil on them. Behold, this is a story. A story entitled The Climate Courtroom. Am I what going off? Am I what going off? You do to you. You do to you. Comes back to you. You do to you. You do to you. Comes back to you. Africa, the land of wealth, the land of many. Africa was a land of everything. If you wanted the best, it was there. The fruit, it was there. Well, there. Everything there. And they did things together. When they walked together. When they sat together. When they sang together. When they heard together. I'm telling you, Africa was a land of opportunities. In Africa, there were 4 brothers and sisters. One of them was called Trevor the Trees. The other one was called Jua the Sun. The other one was called Raina the Rain. The other one was called Wadera the Water. The 4 of them were taking care of one man called Mut You do to you.
The bad you do
Comes back to you.
the good you do
to you.
the bad you do
Comes back to you.
Kitimo maber, timone in. Kitimo marach,
Titimone in.
kitimo maber,
Titimone in.
kitimo marach.
Titimone
And they
in.
also believe in a mantra that says, I am because you are, because we are. I am
Because you are, because we are.
Hey,
I am because you are, because we
all
are.
of them complimented, and all of them live happily in Africa.
You do to you. You do to you.
All of them meet in a tree, travel a tree, provided rain and sun ensure that photosynthesis happened so that tree was able to germinate. That happened, water was found.
The judge was Mother Earth. Mother Earth looked at Bunny, then looked at Meaty, now withered, then looked at Maggie. And Mother Earth said, Bunny, you have a case to answer. Bunny, you have? Bunny, you have a case? The first person to be told to speak was Trevor, the tree. And she spoke loudly.
Everywhere. My forest and coffee.
Oh. Raina the rain also made her submission. A submission that was coupled with that of Wadera the water.
We are endangered. The clouds can form in poisonous air. All waters are now filled. Can even call it a
Oh. Bunny had been cornered. Bunny, the judge said, what can you say? It's not my fault. It's lack of awareness. Good policies and poor waste management. It's not me. The judge looked at Bunny, then made some few writings, and after writing, the judge decided to read out what must be done. The judge cleared her throat and said, here is the mandate based on CAVU values of community, advocacy, voice, and unity. Communities must end open burning and embrace clean waste solutions like composting, recycling, and innovation. The courtroom clapped. And as the courtroom clapped, Trevor the tree managed a smile. And in a smile, she made a vow. Oh. The judge then said, CAVU's youth hub will have to educate citizens on dangers of waste burning and the power of green action. Bunny, your last words. What is it that you can offer? And at that point, the courtroom said, you can be forgiven. Now that you shall not become Barney the Banner, but shall become Barney the Biocar, a reformed energy source used wisely. I saw Raina the rain smiling, and I saw Wadela the water equally smiling. And she spoke.
So Jordan and David, we welcome you again to Nairobi, Kenya. If you had any doubt that the seed of hope that you had planted in Kenya 3 years ago can bear fruit, you can see it in the SMS juniors. They arrived from Kisumu last night at about 9:30, and they'll stay here until tomorrow. But I'm very pleased that they were the very first, but they're not the last. I know some of you are wondering if I want to beat you with this stick. I don't want to beat you with this stick. I'll tell you a story shortly about it. But I wanted to do something so that you can exercise. I wanted you to be standing or upstanding, because I want to read a citation. Because I was guided by Sam K. There's some things I have to read. So I need to read something. So except David, you can sit, and Jordan, you can sit, but the rest can stand. You can stretch for a few minutes, but I want to read something. Okay, so allow me to read a very important statement. So CAVU is known as Climate Advocates Bosses Unidas, or Climate Advocates Voices United. And of course, it has its founders. Of course, it has its roots. So today, I want to honor and read a short story. It's just a few lines about David S. Smith. So I want to read his bio and his personal story. He says not for today, so we won't read it, but I wanted to mention one thing, nonetheless, that David came to Kenya as one man, and he has come back again with his family. So we welcome you and we honor you. So always feel free to be in Kenya. This is your home. And having allowed me not to read their bios, I will now continue thanking a few more people. So you can sit, guys. So I want to recognize Mr. Peter Wambua, the quality control. Oh, sorry, Mr. Joseph Wambua. The team actually works. You know, I was saying another name, and Mercy Wamboi Kamau reminds me of that. And I like that because she has bared a lot of responsibility, personal responsibility to bring CAVU to where it is today. So Mercy, we also honor you, and we thank you for the efforts that brought Ministry of Education through Sheila's Flammer. And Mr. Joseph Wambua, are you here? We recognize you. We know you're supposed to travel this holiday to an undisclosed place, but you decided to honor us. So thank you so much for working for the Ministry of Education. We look forward to working some more with you. And pass our warmest regards to my old teacher at Lenana School, Miss Dora Kitala. Sheila Shefo Mbiru. Sheila Shefa Mbiru. Shefo, my God. Sheila Shefo Mbiru. So when Mercy was doing one of the first events at the Arboretum, Sheila had just kind of broken or dislocated her leg. And I asked her, this is kind of a funny name, because I'm always told I have a crazy name that I'm called. Some people think it's Warrior, some people think it's Warrior. But my name is actually Warrior. So Sheila told me her name is Sheila Shefo Mbiru, and she's one of the few Burji. Guys, do you know the tribe in Kenya called Burji? How many of you know of Burji? She is from the Burji community of Kenya in Marsabit. Sheila, we honor your passion for the environment, and we thank you for loving and creating the Tree of Hope, which is at the State House, Nairobi. And we thank you for holding Mercy's hand, and we thank Engineer Felix Kimani Karaoke for introducing us to you. You're a rare gem. We thank you for what you're doing to Kenyan children. Never get tired and never cease holding Mercy Wambui Kamau's hand. Because for those of you who didn't know, Wambui means a striped zebra, black and white, just like this stick. You will think it's Fimbo ya Nyayo. But David, I don't know where he got this stick, but it represents black and white, just as we are now. And this stick also has its story. So David, thank you for believing in us once again. And Jordan, for holding his hand and walking with him each step of the way. We thank you for that. So Sheila, thank you. Sheila, once more, thank you for Flama, which means First Lady Mazingira Awards. May you take it to all the 1490 wards plus in Kenya, and in all the 93,000 schools in Kenya. May you at least even take them to 1%, which is 930 schools. That is possible. And we, as CAVU, will support you and will work with you. And we have enjoyed, Mercy and I, being Flama judges. So thank you. The next person is Sandra Ochola. I don't know if she's in. Sandra Ochola. So we'll have her read something when we are planting the trees. But Sandra Ochola wrote Teen's Guide to the Constitution of Kenya. And one thing, I can never remember where I met her. And she can never remember where she met me. But I've met also so many people. And with that, so I want to show you this picture. You see that picture was when I just came back from the US in 2010, I believe. And I was so hopeful and so hopeful that this country will fully embrace 100% the Constitution of Kenya 2010. And that green Constitution of Kenya, it was signed and given to me by the then Chief Justice of Kenya, Dr. Willie Mutunga, who was the leader of Ford Foundation in Kenya, and who has also written a review or a commentary in a forthcoming book for my mentor and friend, Francis Okomo Okello, called A Concert of Life, From Lake Victoria to Boardrooms. So with that, she will, when we are planting the trees, she'll read an excerpt from the Constitution, and I just wanted to honor you for what you do for the Kenyan children. So thank you, Sandra. Now, is Teach for Kenya in the house? Teach for Kenya. Could you be upstanding? So Teach for Kenya, thank you so much, is run by an old friend of mine called Yukebeth Kidenda. I knew her brother John Kidenda. And these guys also teach by precepts and example. And they have a program where they have fellows to go to underserved Kenyan schools for 2 years to bring quality education to the kids. So thank you for partnering with CAVU and for taking our CIC curriculum to several schools. We appreciate you for that. Thank you. So there is Elimu Fanaka, Remy Mwema from Voi, Kenya. Is Remy here? Is Elimu Fanaka here? So Remy, could you raise your hand? Wave. Wave like the waves of Mombasa. Where are your kids? But thank you. Wave, guys. Wait, stand up, guys. Stand up, stand up. So stand up, Msiogope. So these kids from Mwakingali school in the coast, they have entered the competition now for the 3rd time. And their latest entry was about gabions. How many of you know the name of gabion in Swahili? I want who can take that up. Who knows what a gabion is called in Swahili? Anybody? So Daniel, the late President Daniel Arap Moi liked to do gabions in Baringo, but I want somebody to tell me what is the name of gabions in Swahili, because hopefully we'll have their project as an implementable project for us. And with that, who can tell me the name of climate in Swahili or Kiswahili? guys, guys, we're taking education, we're bringing education outside. That's why we're here. Who can tell me? A student at Alliance answered that on Mwalimu on Saturday, isn't it? But who can tell me the meaning of climate in Swahili? Anyway, I'll pass, but find out. Find out. Now, as I said from the beginning, you have to start from the beginning when you're doing these things. So I want Dr. Julius Weche, who went to Lenana School, also known as Duke of York. Just stand. So the reason I'm doing this exercise is because I want to honor people who have been there for us and hopefully who will continue to be there for CAVU for the next 100 years. So Dr. Julius Weche was told about me by one of the best educators in Kenya, Dr. Eda Gashukia, who started Riara Group of Schools. So in Kenya, David and Jordan, when you say group of schools, you're talking about elite schools in Kenya, some of the best. So Eda Gashukia told me, let's go to Starehe Girls, because whenever Eda Gashukia went to Starehe Girls, the girls were given ice cream, because that was the treat she was giving the children. But somehow Julius wanted to meet me, because when he was told about me, he think I'm kind of a ghost or a phantom, like so many people think. But when he met me, he saw that I was in flesh and blood. But in short, David and Jordan, the person who then introduced me to Mercy Wambui Kamau, had been trained and supported in terms of experiential learning and all, and her work augmented, and her voice raised and elevated by none other than Dr. Julius Weche. So thank you, Julius, for giving us Mercy. And Mercy, I hope you'll give CAVU mercy and more hope. Because the Kenyan youth, the Gen Z who I love, you need more hope, and we'll give you just a little of it. Just a little, not a lot, just a little. Then you will teach us more about more hope. As Mercy has more mercy on me and on David and Jordan and the rest. But that I'm just joking. So thank you, Julius, for your dedication to the youth of Kenya and for the investment you've given them and for the vision that you carry with ACAD. May God bless you. Now, Richard Malebe. Are you in the house, Richard? So look at Richard. He's always so, he has a little bit of satirical elegance. He is like a dapper Joe. Thank you, Richard, for organizing us legally. Thank you for moving our name from CAVU Kenya to making it even broader and bigger to CAVU Africa. And we thank you for doing what we cannot do. So may God bless you. And I hope as we go across Africa, we will also go with you so that we do everything also right by the law. So thank you and your partner in your business of RSM Law Firm. I hope she's here, but if she's not, you've adequately represented her. Now, I go to Seal Associates, led by Godfrey and the partner. Is Godfrey in the house? Is Godfrey in the house? Thank you so much for representing Godfrey, and thank you for helping us set up and keep our books right. It's very important because without money, CAVU is dead. Our mission is dead, and you will help us earn the trust of the Kenyan public and for the world, and we thank you for working with us. Thank you. I think when I mentioned Wavumbuzi, he might not have been in the room. Where is Wavumbuzi? Oh, say your name at least. So Isaac runs together with his team, they run Wavumbuzi, which basically means innovators in Swahili. And he has worked very hard to identify so many schools around Kenya. And I was very shocked when I went to Nyangera Comprehensive School at the center of the universe in West Yimbo in Siaya County. They had already reached there, and one of the kids there was the number 3 in their competition. So it made me know that it's possible to do this, and they entered the CAVU competition. So thank you for what you're doing for the Kenyan kids. May I ask? Okay. I think there's a friend of mine in the room who has also been very supportive. His full name is Joseph Amisi, but he goes by Joe Amisi. And Joe today is donning a very nice t-shirt in a Shofco, shining hope for communities that was started and founded by my dear friend Kennedy Odede. And at least they also have a memorandum of understanding with us. And one of their children won the honorable mentions, and we'll be working with you for both Kibera School for Girls and Madare School for Girls. And you guys have a veritable and agile blue army known as Shofco. And we intend, because Nairobi has more than 5 million people at night, during the day, and 4 million people during the day. We intend to work with Shofco Urban Network to bring the message of hope and of climate, responsible climate to your community. So we thank you so much for that, Joe. Thank you for believing in us. Say hello to Kennedy and tell him that on August 12th, which is in the International Youth Day, I want him to host for us, or co-host for us, the CAVU Africa benefit dinner. Tell him the board of CAVU unanimously agrees to that. And as a council, you'll share it accordingly. Thank you. Now, thank you so much. So now there are 3 other people I haven't recorded. So there is Peggy Olwalo. Is that right? Or okay, so Peggy has written a name on top. Peggy is our youngest member of CAVU Africa, and we believe in working with the youth and empowering the youth. So thank you, Peggy. But I also want to thank one of the finest employees formerly at our company, Africa Stocking. His name is none other than, and of course now he's working for another company. His name is Lushiri Omoto. Luchiri Omoto. Now just come closer. Come, we see you, Luchiri. Guys, say something, guys. Busharian, say something. Let it be like a bee, guys. Like a bee, guys. Come. So, Luchiri Omoto, hi, I'm good. He actually has manners, so he's saying hi first. Hi back to you. So, Luchiri used to have dreadlocks, but now, of course, he doesn't have that. But he's a fantastic engineer. He went with me to Alliance High School so many times. He's the chairman of the Alliance High School All Boys Society. No, sorry, club. It's not a society. They moved towards a more independent Kenya. So it's a club. It's not a society. So thank you so much for leading one of the best leaders in Africa and for giving us a winner through Alexander. So we appreciate you. And because I gave my hashtag Action Alliance, we'll be there on Monday at 4:30, and I hope you'll grace the occasion. So thank you so much for what you do and for all that you do. Thank you. So I think I'm almost done with that. Anybody who I might not have mentioned, you could, yes, Professor Mishieka. Professor Mishieka. Why don't you come here also with a few of you? Just come. He's not going to speak, but I want you guys to see his face. Okay, I'll mention. Thank you. Just stand. So I wanna introduce you to Professor Mishieka. He used to be the Vice Chancellor of JKUAT, and he's in full control of his intellectual arena. he writes even in his dreams. And the last time when I was thinking about devolution, he has written in this book, Walking the Promise, he has written the formula of how devolution works in Nigeria. I love this book that he wrote, and he'll give it towards the end if he's still here to our winner, who is Alexander Nyangite, who also comes from Kisii County, where he comes. And I asked him last night when he was coming to speak from the youths in Tharaka Nithi, who always do magic for Kenya every 5 years. He came from there, and we thank you for talking to the youth there. And this book,
I'm the chancellor there.
He's the chancellor,
And I wrote that book
and
on
he wrote this book, Our Environment
And we
Under Siege.
celebrated the World Environment Day there
Yes,
the other day.
exactly. Beneath hope for future generations. And we'll give this to Alexander, and I'll ask Alexander to write a book review, and we'll go and have dinner with him at his home. He comes from Kisii County, which is a great county. What village?
Nyamagesa.
He comes from Nyamagesa.
Masimba.
Thank you for coming.
Really, pleasure.
Yero
Pleasure.
Kamano, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Madam, go ahead. Yeah, keep. This one is the one I'll give to you.
That's okay.
That's okay. I'll leave this to you.
That's okay. That's okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. So he's a veritable professor, former vice chancellor of JKUAT, and we'll have him work with Alexander Nyangiti in the coming days. I think for the schools, the teachers, and the parents present, we honor you. But also, as I was concluding this, I saw an old friend of mine, because in Kenya sometimes you have to bring some people along so that you're believable. Okay, but I've remembered Betha. Where is Betha? I've just remembered that. Betha, thank you for meeting you at Lenana School the other day. She works closely with female teachers, and we will be working with her to help us take CAVU to where it needs to go. So thank you for coming in very short notice. And next to you, I see the chairman, a Kenyan patriot, Paul Kataka Angatia, who is my high school chum at Lenana School. He can prove to you that I went to Lenana School, class of 95. Thank you for gracing us, Paul. And lastly, and most importantly, I'm going to look so that I see who I've not mentioned. But I want to say, if I haven't mentioned you, I'll mention you where we're planting trees, because I can only see this far. Oh, I see Lona. Lona, I see you. I see Michael Musembi. Oh, I see Koki. I see Avery. All these, Koki, wave to us. Wave to all of us. So she was one of the first entrants for CIC, and she won honorable mentions then, and even now she has won another honorable mention. She's from Samaj with her brother Avery, and when we are planting the trees, we'll have her read a poem there. So Avery, Koki, Michael, Lona, thank you for coming. They are intentional parents, and we thank you for working with your kids and exposing them to new things. So lastly, when I was in Lenana School, class of 96, when we finished high school, we had our first stab at a job that was offered by the navigators, and it was none other than engineer Mike. I've got a Mike Mutungi, who paid us money to go to do an internship called Expo 96. Even before internships became a fad, Mike was already doing it. So Mike, please wave to us. He's a mentor par excellence, a great coach. And when Kenya was being ravaged by HIV/AIDS, Mike dedicated his life to do a program called I Choose Life, and took the message of AIDS and how to deal with it to all over Kenya. AIDS disseminated so many people, but you were there for us. I thank you for honoring Kenya by doing that work, and that's why God keeps you forever young. Now, Akinola, I see you, is our friend all the way from Nigeria, Dixon. Akinola, he checks whether I'm eating the right food or not. And he's been my buddy, my friend, and my partner at Daya. So thank you for believing in me, and thank you for supporting me. And last but not least, I came from somewhere. I'm the son of George and Frida Warrior, and my brothers and sisters and nephew are here today. I want them just to stand because they give me fire beneath my belly, and they gave me strength, and I'm here because of them. If they could just stand. My nephew has been working with me 24/7, Malcolm Ocheng Odhiambo, and my younger brother Gordon Aoko Aria, my elder sister Caroline Akinyi, my nephew Howie, and my brother Charles Odegi. They've been very good to me because of the tremendous care that they give me. They give me the power, the strength, and the motivation and determination to serve you and to serve the world. So thank you. And Mwalimu Kwea from Alliance, I see you there. Thank you for all you do at Alliance. I think with those many, many, many words, I thank you most sincerely for being here with us today. So now I'll give it to Mercy Wambui Kamau to do the thing that she does best, working with our young learners to bring hope to them and hopefully joy to them, and to some extension, money in their pockets. And with that, Mercy, the floor is yours. Come and share the videos, the stories, and the power, the promise. Come and share the power, actually the premise, the power and the promise of what CAVU and CIC can do to the world. May God bless you. And may God bless the work of your hands.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Teddy, and thank you, everyone. And one of our young people will stretch us a bit before I start.
Yes, so we've been seated for a long time. Some young people are experiencing back pains like me. Okay, so let's all, we won't stand though, because I want us to do a very short and interesting activity. So I want all eyes on me, okay? I know my tag says David, but at this point I'm changing my name to Sam. Any other Sam in the house? Oh, it's just me, so I'm lucky. Okay. So you observe me. So you will do what I say, but don't do what I do. Okay? So I'll be like, Sam says, touch your head. Sam says, touch your head. Oh, somebody is touching there. Okay. Sam says, touch your knee. Sam says, touch your shoulder. Oh, some of you are not looking at me. You are cheating. You are cheating. Now, Aona. Sam says, touch your chin. Oh. Okay, I hope you've stretched up a bit. Now we get into the next program where we are going to award the certificates for the schools.
I'll call you in a minute. Okay. Thank you. I'll take a very short time to just explain what CIC is. We have a lot of visitors, and I wanted you to know what we are talking about and what we'll be watching in the next 40-something minutes or so. So my talk will be very, very brief. So Climate Innovation Challenge is a program of climate education and storytelling by CAVU. And that's what we do, that's what we are passionate about, teaching children 8 years to 18 years how to storytell. They're already doing that using TikTok and the videos they create. So we are just making them learn how to do them in an award-winning way. And as we know, climate change, the climate crisis it sounds huge, it's scary, what can I do about it? And that's the reason CIC exists, to bring hope in a seemingly huge monster that we are calling climate change. So at CAVU, we are building hope through climate action. CAVU first came to Kenya in 2021, 2022. Only 7 classrooms participated. George Chunga was one of them. I was also a teacher in the classroom at that time, teaching CIC. Then in 2022, I joined CAVU as the education liaison, and we were in over 40 classrooms. And 2023, 2024, we were in over 80 classrooms, and the most concluded we were in over 120 classrooms. So we are looking forward to more and bigger growth as we continue teaching CIC in Kenya. Some of our learners who are here, thank you so much. Okay, so that's our curriculum. It's KACD approved, and it's a simple 6-lesson curriculum that I just wanted to point out. Because for us, we talk about passion. Today, my mentor, Julius Weche, was told, you're in education, my passion is education. So for us, we want students to connect their passion, what they love doing, who they are, to climate change. So tell the story or get a solution within your area of passion. Because when you're operating on passion, nothing is difficult. That I know, because this is my area of passion. Our lesson 2 is on adaptation and mitigation. What's the problem? What are the possible solutions? And that's what you'll see our learners exploring very soon. Our chapter 3, we start from a blank slate. We research and learn. Steve Jobs said, stay foolish, stay hungry. So we don't come into the classroom knowing, we come into the classroom to discover. And once we discover, we go to brainstorming. What are the different problems in my society? You were told about Zainab, who thought, I live in Mombasa, we have so many tuk-tuks, they're emitting so much carbon, what can happen? They can be solar tuk-tuk, and she won an award last year. Then our chapter 5, climate messaging. So we start teaching storytelling mostly on lesson 5 and 6, where we are teaching them how do they create their story? How do they bring it all together? So this is my passion, this is the problem I've identified, this is the solution I'm proposing. Then they bring it all together with some of the guidelines we've outlined in lesson 5. And finally, communicating our CIC message and solution, part of it. Then finally, how do I go back? Okay, finally, project production. This has been a learning point for me. I came in as a teacher, but I've also learned storytelling together with our learners. They capture the photos, they record themselves as they are doing the different things. I don't know what I've done. Okay. Then they create beautiful videos that we're actually here to show you. That's the end of my presentation because it's about the learners. So since we came in 2021, 2023, we've had a winner each and every year, and it's gonna take us a maximum of 9 minutes, so I think we can watch some videos. And the first one was for our winners in 2021, 2022. You saw SMS Junior, and they are brilliant. So let's see what they have for us.
Waste products is becoming more and more serious.
And the plastic limit has become a global consensus.
We all know that plastic pollution is a big problem. But what is less talked about is how plastic contributes to global warming.
What is global warming?
Global warming is the process where average global temperatures increase due to greenhouse effects. Many plastics in the oceans release greenhouse gases as they slowly break down. Much of the plastics that does not make it in the recycling plants ends up in our rivers and oceans. From plastics caught in hedgerows to bottles bobbing in the ocean.
This is a visible sign that our plastic addiction is everywhere.
Not only is this a danger to plants and animals whose habitat has become aquatic garbage patches, but it also poses a great threat to climate, as plastics release greenhouse gases as they slowly break down. Sunlight and heat causes it to release methane and ethylene, and at increasing rates, plastics break down into ever smaller pieces.
It is for this reason that we have decided to venture into turning such waste into fashion. The process begins by collecting such waste from our rivers and oceans, and of course, with an add-on of advocacy and awareness to save our beautiful Lake Victoria, commonly known as Namlolo.
From the collection, we the SMS Juniors create fashion from such waste. This is our climate innovation challenge, waste to fashion.
the cries of Namlolwe. Namlolwe, our own, Lake Victoria, the freshwater lake. Namlolwe is crying. Namlolwe can't breathe. The fish can't breathe. The aquatic animals can't breathe. We can't breathe. Can you hear us yet? Save me, save us. We can't breathe. Can you hear us yet? Namlolwe demands justice. The plastics you throw here release greenhouse gases, causing air pollution, causing global warming, causing climate change. The sun is burning me. The sun is drying me up. Save me, save Namlolwe, save Lake Victoria. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Reduce, reuse, recycle waste. For that is climate justice. Do not burn waste. The sun will shrink Namlolwe. Do justice for Namlolwe. Save Namlolwe. Justice for Namlolwe is climate justice.
Namlolwe.
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 Namlolwe koruywa.
Unega.
Namlolwe koruywa.
Unega. Udea.
Thank you. So our very first winners, SMS juniors, thank you for the courage to be the first. Not many people are first, and we hope to keep learning and doing storytelling together. So the second one, the winner for 2022-2023 from Baringo County, Lake Bogoria Girls.
Lake Bogoria is a salt lake lying within Rift Valley in Kenya. It is to the north of Lake Nakuru and south of Lake Baringo. The lake occupies a catchment area of up to 700 kilometers square. It is served by two rivers, that is Amsos River and Weseges River. It has no outlet.
Bogoria is known for the beautiful flamingo birds that go up to millions in number. They find great home in this lake because of the available green algae. This algae is the reliable source of food for the ostriches and also gives it the characteristic mysterious color.
It is also home of the rare crater kudu and other wildlife. Over 1,000 bird species are found in Lake Bogoria.
Have you heard of the hot spring? They're right here in Lake Bogoria. Just arrive into the lake and you get a feel of the spring.
Over the past 5 years, the lake has faced a serious crisis of rising shore levels. That is wreck, havoc, and displaced persons.
Behind us here is a stretch that has been submerged in water. All this was underwater. As you can see, buildings and power lines were also brought down. A dispensary that would serve the community and our students was also submerged. It is currently inaccessible and definitely a condemned structure, even the water was to receive.
Former residential area have been submerged. Families had to spend money to rebuild their structures as they move to a higher ground.
This has been occasioned, among many other reasons, by the continued destruction of the ecosystem around the south. The neighboring communities continued cutting down trees while failing to replant. Trees are brought down for charcoal burning, which is a source of livelihood in major parts of Baringo. Trees are important for absorbing carbon dioxide emissions.
If not checked, climate change can cause untold suffering among the people. It may take ages to correct it. The lakes and the county revenue, which plow back the profits to support the community. We must protect it at all costs.
Carbon dioxide emissions are dangerous for the ozone layer.
Let's come together now. Now is the time. We must deliberately plant trees and protect them. A protected Lake Bogoria is a protected ecosystem.
is a future of climate, is a future without calamities nor harsh weather patterns. Let's be defenders of the environment. Let's fight climate change. It is our future. It is our future of our children's children and even beyond.
Wonderful. And finally, last year shows we don't only work with schools, we also work directly with parents. So this is a homeschooling mom who worked with her children and gave us a winner last year. So for all the parents here, after this, it doesn't matter whether CIC is in your child's school, we are happy and here to work with you. So CIC outstanding for last year.
This is a story about a smoking situation and how smoke pollution impacts the community I live in. My name is Elena Spalutian. I am 10 years old and I come from Kenya. Wangari Maathai once said we owe it to ourselves and the next generation to conserve the environment so that we can bequeath our children a sustainable world that benefits all. When I started this class, I knew that there was nothing in my community that was impacted by climate change. But then I remembered how we dispose of our trash. Throw our trash into a bin, then when the bin is full, we take it to the backyard. The contents are emptied into a pit and burnt. Sometimes we burn the trash during the day or in the night as we sleep. Burning of trash contributes to smoke pollution and in turn contributes to greenhouse gases. The smoke produced over time acts as a blanket which traps heat in the atmosphere, contributing to global warming. According to an article written in 2015 by the government of Canada, open burning of trash can cause headaches, nausea, and rashes when people are exposed to smoke for a short time. Long-term exposure can cause heart diseases, cancers, and liver problems because of the toxins and furans that are released into the air. Food waste in my community is not disposed of properly. When such food breaks down, it creates a deadly gas methane, which is 25 times more dangerous than carbon dioxide. It also produces nitrogen, which when mixes with air forms nitrate, which can seep into the water we drink since we use borehole water. High levels of nitrate in water can cause birth defects, cancers, and limit the ability of red blood cells to absorb oxygen. As part of finding solutions to the challenge of waste disposal in my community, I interviewed Mr. Orinda Dominic, a teacher in Kurgat Primary School, Bomet County, Kenya. I spoke to him because he recycles containers and sacks and uses them to grow vegetables in small spaces. He also composts food and makes manure which he uses to grow crops. I used the lessons from this interview to educate my community about alternative ways of waste management. I conducted a door-to-door awareness campaign where I told my neighbors on the dangers of how we currently dispose our trash and alternative ways of waste disposal. At the end of the discussion, I encouraged them to take a pledge. I can make a difference, where they promised to start looking at better ways of disposing our trash more responsibly. On July 2022, the former president of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, signed the Sustainable Management Act of 2021 into law. One of the things the law is supposed to ensure is that anyone who makes waste must segregate their waste. And I think that this is a great step towards ensuring that as a country we are taking better care of the environment. I am saddened when I imagine the long-term effects of the current waste management system in my community to the children aged between 6 and 11 who live here. If we continue disposing the trash the way we do, I need to do something before the smoking situation gets out of hand. This project inspired me to write a song. Enjoy.
Stop, stop, stop burning trash. Start, 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 start recycling. Please just stop, you're hurting me and the environment. And it's hurting you too, but we can change, 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 change the world, 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 world together.
so much. We couldn't choose all the videos. We just highlighted 3 of many. So you can go to our YouTube. I think the QR code will, the presentation has a, if you scan that, you'll go to our YouTube link and find so many more videos that have been produced over the years from 8-year-olds to high school students. And we just hope that we can keep working together. I saw, oh yes, we'll not be here without our valued partners who were mentioned. Schools and teachers, thank you so much. Classrooms, our partners who are mentioned, and in absentia, we really, really appreciate everyone who's graced this event and who's worked with us over time. Sign up for CIC today, teachers and parents, and we'll work together and create such videos. Asanteni sana. So, okay, so what brought us here? We were saying CIC Students Showcase and Awards, a bit of the showcase. So we want to award 2024-2025 winners. Most of them are here with us, and David will work with us so that we can award them. So how we are gonna do it, we'll showcase your video, and then you'll come and receive an award from the different guests that we have. Yes. The videos, yeah, we'll start with the videos. Yes, yes, yes. It's a showcase, so I speak less, the students will speak for themselves. And as you can see, we don't even have the tools of storytelling as they're told. Microphones, you can hear the wind, the phones are shaking, but for us it's about storytelling. And we know with partners here, we can actually get the students to get the tools they need for better storytelling. So that's why you're here. So enjoy the showcase. We'll start with Mary Leakey Girls High School. They're here, I saw you. So we'll see their video, then Mrs. Gitonga and the teacher will come.
Technology.
Of the topsoil, and of course plastic pollution, soil erosion, soil conservation, plastic pollution. Attempts to combat these crucial climatic issues have been on the rise, and this is our attempt on combating the carrying away of the topsoil and of course plastic pollution, which is as a result of hazardous plastic materials disposed all over the environment.
How does a solution to combat soil erosion while incorporating solutions to plastic pollution look like? In our area of Meriliki Girls High School, located in Lower Kabete, Kiambu County, Kenya, where wind and water, the prime causes of soil erosion, are more rampant than the Bosco stray dogs of our Kenyan streets, we choose to construct a gabion. The materials we use include plastic bottles, directly of the same size, sand and soil, preferably compatible, wire mesh, galvanized for durability, and a rope.
To conserve soil, what are some of the effects of plastic pollution and soil erosion? Effects of soil erosion: loss of fertility in the soil. It may lead to landslides. It may cause silt and sedimentation in rivers. Effects of plastic pollution: leads to water pollution when thrown in rivers and water bodies. Plastic limits soil aeration, thus limiting microorganism activity. To reduce soil erosion, with the gabion reducing the force by which water flows, which will be highly effective, especially during the long rains in April with landslides in our hilly area. In addition, when the plastic bottles are collected and reused, not only are we avoiding non-biodegradable materials polluting the soil we grow in our crops in, but also clean up the environment. With our limited resources, Our gabion was built using bottles filled with sand as we tried the innovative and eco-friendly procedure. Number 1, collect plastic bottles. The number of bottles will determine the size of the gabion. Number 2, collect sand, soil, or small rocks where they are not needed and put in the bottles. Number 3, carve a wire mesh and arrange the bottles with sand. Number 4, compress the bottles with sand to compact them. It is our hope that our project will bring positive change to our environment.
Conserve, conserve, conserve. Conserve, conserve, conserve.
We are hopeful that this project will be embraced in our society today by using plastic bottles to make gabions, thus reducing soil erosion. Let's embrace change, because change is what we need.
Conferencing in a box, our well-able event producers, the equipment do not have any sound problem, trust me. It's just that our students use the equipment that's available to them. So that video came to our judges like that, but the judges were able to see beyond the challenge to the message the girls had. And to mention, this project was also chosen as one of the most implementable projects. It was simple, very practical. And Mary Leakey Girls High School, led by Mrs. Gitonga, on their project construction of gabions, won an honorable mention and $50. Mrs. Gitonga and your team come and receive.
Makofi, 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 mpaka wafike. Makofi.
So, Kennedy, I'll call you to come and help me award Mary Leakey Girls. Mrs. Gitonga, a very passionate teacher. On behalf of nice. Thank you, Mrs. Rebecca Gitonga. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, girls, for showing us your brilliant idea and sharing it with us.
Makofi kwao,
Congratulations.
makofi
Thank you
kwao.
so much.
Thank you. So the next video that will be played is from Shofko Kibera School for Girls, and just as the other one, let's enjoy and learn. The people with the systems, before I say technology. Oh, thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Blari Sasuko and I am a grade 9 learner at Shofko Girls Leadership Academy's Kibera School.
And I am Dilani, a grade 5 learner at Shofko Girls Leadership Academy's Kibera School.
We are members of the Wildlife Club
and we are passionate about protecting the environment.
Every day, as we walk home from school, we cross Kibera River, but instead of seeing clear water, we see plastics, bottles, and all kinds of waste floating by.
At first, we just sighed and shook our heads. This is bad, we thought. But when we asked ourselves,
why should we just watch? Why can't we do something about it?
As environmental ambassadors, we knew that clean environment is not just important, it is necessary for life.
So, we decided to take action.
We started small, just 2 of us picking up plastic bottles and other trash from the river.
But we realized that 2 pairs of hands were not enough. So, we spoke to our Wildlife Club members and our patrons.
And guess what? They were excited to help. Together, we organized a cleanup exercise.
We rolled up our sleeves and got to work. We removed plastics, wrappers, and anything that didn't belong in the river.
But we didn't stop there. We knew that cleaning wasn't enough. People had to learn how to stop pollution from happening in the first place.
So, we started talking to our community. We encouraged them to reduce waste, to recycle, and to think before throwing things away.
We also got creative. Instead of just collecting waste, we found ways to reuse it. Some plastics became pen holders for our classmates. Some materials were used to make classroom tools. And others helped us plant flowers to make our school even more beautiful. This is just the beginning. We will not stop until our river is clean, our environment is safe, and our people understand the value of protecting nature. We started here in Kibera, but our dream is bigger. We want every student, every school, and every person to join us in making our world cleaner and healthier. Because if we can do it, so can you. Will you join us? Let's make a difference, one step at a time.
Wow. Amazing. It's getting me emotional, man. I mean, yo. You see how much difference the children are making? So let's all ask ourselves, if they can do that much, what are we doing? So for that, I will welcome Madam Sheila Shefo Mbiru, lead of First Lady Mazingira Awards, Mama Doing Good, and my mentor to award the teacher Cornelius Machuki and the students from Shofko Kibera. Welcome. Makofi. Msichoke. Makofi. As they come, Hama wako. Here they are. Where are the students? Oh, okay. Yes, Makofi. Oh, so the students are at the music festival. That's why we can't see them, but the very committed teacher has showed up to represent them. Makofi tena. Yes. Kameramani umefanya okay.
Wow. Congratulations, Shofko Kibera girls. Teacher Cornelius, thank you for your dedication. They have done CIC the second year now, and we know they'll do it the third year as well. Then we have a dedicated parent coming in next, and you'll see their children's work. We work with schools, we work with parents. If you have an 8-year-old to an 18-year-old in your care, CIC is for you. So we'll have turning plastic to power, turning trash into treasure with Koki and Avri.
Is Minerva Koki. I am 10 years old and I'm from Samaj. My name is Avery Mutulam Sendi. I am 5 years old. I am from SLP Samaj. Our project is about turning plastic into power. Turning trash into treasure with Koki and Avery.
Did you know that over 300 million tons of plastic are produced every year? And a lot of it ends up in places like this. And did you also know that plastic takes up to an average of 500 years to decompose? 45.5 tons of plastics end in the nearby Lake Nakuru annually. Yet, this is the home of flamingos. This has eventually affected the flamingos in the lake, causing deaths and migration.
Yuck, it's everywhere. But what if we could turn this into something useful?
Good news. We can. Welcome to our mission, turning plastic into diesel.
Wait, like magic?
More like science. It's called pyrolysis. Kindly explain how we do it?
So plastic trash can power engines?
Exactly. And it keeps plastic out of the ocean, lakes, and landfills. First, we collect plastic waste.
Then we heat it up in a special chamber with no oxygen.
And after cooling, we get diesel. This can power machines instead of fossil fuels. Therefore, the 45.5 tons of plastics that end up in the Lake Nakuru can be recycled to produce 44,000 liters of diesel and the amounts earned from this can change the lives of residents while improving their environment. The flamingos will stop migrating, the aquatic life will be secured, and nature shall be preserved. We will have an increased number of tourists, both local and international. Isn't this amazing?
Wow, we just turned trash into treasure.
If more people used this, we could reduce plastic waste and create clean energy.
What if your own school did this? Imagine a world with less plastic and more power.
And it starts with small steps, like recycling and supporting climate innovations. A journey of 1,000 steps begins with one. The world needs creative thinkers like you.
So what will you invent to help the planet?
Imagine if every school turned trash into treasure
and turned plastic into clean energy.
Together, we can reduce waste, protect the environment, and even raise funds by selling diesel or using it for cooking.
It's time for schools everywhere to take action.
Start a plastic to power project at your school and help fuel a cleaner future.
Join the movement. Turn waste into energy. Power the future.
And Koki and Avri, accompanied by their parents, are here. So our good friend from Nigeria, Mr. Akinola, you'll come and help us award this beautiful family, taking part for the second year now. The first award they did was called Pan It with Koki. She was telling us how to create water pans in Makueni. And now she wants us to reduce plastic. So congratulations. Come. Koki, Avri, and your parents. Lona, Mr. Musembi, thank you for being part of this. We've worked directly with the homeschoolers. They imagine working with Avri when he's 5 years old. The parents do a lot of work. So congratulations, Avri and Koki. Mr. and Mrs. Musembi, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Wow. Again, I just ask the same question. What are you doing? What am I doing? What are we doing? I hope you are learning, okay? So next up, we'll have Light International School, Mombasa. Their video will be showcased. Thank you.
Thought about what happens to the soil beneath our feet. Soil erosion is more than just dirt being washed away. It is a silent disaster influencing climate change. As we lose our soil, we lose our future. But how does this happen, and what can we do about it? Let's find out.
Our team decided to visit Kashani Primary School, which has gradually been affected by soil erosion. These lands are dry and bare due to impacts of soil erosion. It leaves the soil unfertile, making it hard to create a sustainable environment for proper living. Lack of rainfall has also led to scarce amount of water.
My name is Trisha Namadoa from Light International School here in Kashani Primary School.
Hi, my name is Janice Moraya from Light International School, and we chose to visit here so as to know the impacts of soil erosion. Strong winds and running water affect the soil in your area.
Okay. Strong winds and running water affects our soil in a way that when the soil has no cover crop, the soil is easily eroded. It is moved by either water or wind from one place to another.
Soil erosion is when human activities, wind and water, strip away the fertile topsoil of the land. The fertile topsoil helps in the creation of nutrients
as well as the storage of water and keeping the land stable. By removing the topsoil, we not only affect the plants, but the planet as a whole.
Soil erosion plays a hidden but deadly, I repeat, deadly role in global warming. Here's how.
Did you know that the soil stores more carbon than the atmosphere and all plants combined? Absorb carbon dioxide, which they use in the process of photosynthesis. When soil erodes, plants struggle to grow, which in turn means there is less carbon dioxide being absorbed in the atmosphere. How does this affect us?
So, soil erosion, it takes away the nutrients and the moisture in the land. So the land will be unfertile and dry. So from this, it will not absorb the sunlight, but reflects the sunlight. Now this will interfere with rainfall and climate.
Eroded soil doesn't just disappear. It flows into rivers, lakes, and ocean. This pollution reduces water quality, kills aquatic life, and disrupts marine ecosystems. This damage weakens natural barriers such as mangrove and coral reefs, making shorelines more vulnerable to rising sea levels caused by climate change.
Planting trees is one of the best ways to reduce soil erosion. It helps with the heavy impact of rainfall as well as the lost carbon. Agroforestry, which is the growing of both crops and trees, helps in the reduction of it as well. It also helps in soil health as well as making extra income for our farmers.
The time to act is now. Soil erosion is not just about losing land, it's about losing our planet.
Every tree we plant, every sustainable farming practice we adopt, and every effort we make to protect the soil helps in the fight against climate change.
Government, farmers, and individuals all have a role to play.
Support policies that promote sustainable land use, educate your community, and make small changes, because small changes lead to big changes.
Save our soil, save our future!
Wow. So what I picked from there is that we all have a role to play. And I know some people, you tell them, plant a tree. They're like, why? If you're asking why, you can just plant a fruit tree. You'll get fruits from that, and you'll enjoy them. So the person who is going to present the award is an author to the Teens Guide to the Constitution of Kenya, Sandra Ochola. And we welcome Saidi Hemed Mwab. I think the other name is a little bit tough for me to pronounce. Mwabazuma, and the Light International School to be awarded. Makofi.
So Mr. Said, they had an event in school, so he's probably not here. Peggy will receive on his behalf.
Amazing.
Light International Academy, Mombasa. On behalf of Mr. Said, thank you. So next, still in Mombasa, also won an honorable mention, Khadija Secondary School, Mombasa beach cleaning.
My name is Ivy Morina Cheng. I am a proud member of the Environmental Club at Khadija Secondary School. Today, I am excited to share our impactful initiative, the Mombasa Beach Cleaning Project, a solution that directly addresses climate change by reducing marine pollution and preserving our coastal ecosystem. Plastic pollution is a major environmental crisis in Mombasa. Every day, tons of plastic waste wash up on our shores, endangering marine life, contaminating our waters, and contributing to climate change by breaking down into microplastics that release harmful greenhouse gases. According to the UNEP, plastic waste accounts for nearly 85% of all marine debris, affecting biodiversity and food security. To combat this, our Environmental Club launched a monthly beach cleaning initiative. We gather volunteers, including students, local communities, members, and organizations to remove plastic and educate the public about responsibility waste disposal. We also collaborate with local recycling centers to ensure that collected plastic is repurposed rather than ending up in landfill. Studies show that reducing plastic pollution can significantly lower carbon emission associated with plastic production and breakdown. The NOAA states that proper waste management and ocean conservation efforts can enhance carbon, helping mitigating climate change. So far, we have cleaned over 1,000 kilograms of plastic from Mombasa beaches, restoring habitats and promoting ecotourism. Our next goal is to implement a sustainable waste segregation program in school to instill responsible habits among young learners. We urge everyone to join us in creating a cleaner, healthier future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, all the way from Mombasa, Khadija Secondary School. Miss Khadija is here with her team, representing her learners. And from I Choose Life, Mr. Mike, you'll help us award Khadija Secondary School for their honorable mention. Okay, thank you, thank you. Then from there, we'll watch Kondele Comprehensive School from Kisumu, Bright Future Green Solutions, Waste to Fuel.
We, as the Environmental Club for Kondele Comprehensive School, we want to talk about a serious issue that affects all of us, climate change, and how we as students are taking action to solve it. At our school, we have noticed a major problem: improper waste disposal. Every day, a lot of waste, especially paper, is thrown away carelessly. This doesn't just make our environment dirty, it also adds to pollution and harming both people and nature.
But this is bigger than just our school. Around the world, poor waste management is making climate change worse. We are experiencing extreme weather changes too. Much heat, unexpected heavy rains, and even floods. These changes affect farmers, businesses, and families. If we don't act now, the situation will only get worse. That's why we decided to be part of the solution. Instead of letting waste paper go to landfills, we turned into something useful: paper waste. These are eco-friendly fuel alternatives that can be used for cooking instead of charcoal.
Here's how our solution helps. It reduces waste by recycling paper that would otherwise litter our school and community. It helps fight deforestation, since using paper briquettes means fewer trees are cut down for firewood and charcoal. It provides a cleaner, affordable fuel option, helping families save money while protecting the environment.
Making paper briquettes is important because it is eco-friendly, cost-effective, energy efficient, reduces air pollution, and encourages sustainability. This project is more than just about keeping our school clean. It's about changing our mindset. Climate action starts with us. If we all play our part, whether by recycling, using eco-friendly solutions, or spreading awareness, we can slow down climate change and create a greener, healthier future. We are young, but we are not powerless. Together, we can make a difference. Let's act now.
We are young, but we are not powerless. Let it work. Okay, so Kondele Comprehensive School, led by Miss Nancy, will be awarded by the chairman of TPS East Africa, Mr. Francis Okomo Okelo. Welcome to stage and the school. Makofi, msichoke.
Teach for Kenya. Yes, we've joined this. We met Kondele through Teach for Kenya.
Amazing. Next, we'll have Joel Omino Comprehensive School. Let's have the video for that.
Joel Omino Comprehensive School, the climate champions. Having grown up in urban settlements, farming always felt like a dream for children like us. Every fresh food came from the market, not gardens. As food prices continued to escalate, many learners experienced hunger. We realized that something had to change. At the same time, plastic waste littered our streets, clogging drainage system and threatening our environment. Every day, we walked past heaps of plastic bottles, knowing they will take centuries to decompose. Two major problems, food insecurity and plastic pollution, stared us in the face, demanding urgent action. How are we going to handle this? As climate champions, we resolved to give the plastic waste new life. We collected plastic bottles and polythene into planters, used old cans for irrigation and transformed our school into an urban farm. Onions, kales and tomatoes sprouted where waste once lay, proving that farming is for everyone and can take place even in the heart of the city. One garden not only became a food source, but also a movement. Pupils learned how to grow their own food, and the community saw the power of turning waste into wealth. Now our once polluted schoolyard is green with life. This is not just a story, it is a revolution, and we invite the world to join us in the thinking waste and reclaiming future. Our Mother Earth is calling us. Will you answer? Joel Omino Comprehensive School. Guarding our planet is our priority. Thank you.
For that, Madam Jacinta Akatsa from the CEO of Camastea. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Semastea. Oh, I put okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Welcome to award Joel Omino Comprehensive School with the accompanying teachers. Yes, Makofi. Makofi, thank you. Amazing. Up next, we'll have Kipusi Primary School.
Karibu Kipusi Primary School, located in Mwatate Sub-County, Taita Taveta County. We have found a way to make our school more self-sufficient. Through permaculture, we have learned how to grow food crops using natural methods that help both the environment and our school community. With the skills we've gained, we can now produce fresh vegetables for our meals and even grow extra food to sell. We have learned these farming skills through Klabu Juice, a program that helps us apply practical knowledge to real-life problems. By using permaculture techniques, we don't just grow food, we create a system that keeps giving back to us and the land.
Permaculture is a smart way of farming that works with nature instead of against it. Instead of clearing lands using chemical fertilizer, we use compost, mulch, and companion planting to keep the soil healthy and productive. This method helps our crops grow well even with little water, making it perfect for our school.
Research from the Food and Agriculture Organization (FAO) also shows that organic farming methods like permaculture increase crop yields over time while keeping the environment safe. Here's how permaculture is changing our school. Healthy foods for learners. We can now eat fresh vegetables like sukuma wiki, kales, spinach, and onions for our own garden. Surplus for selling. We can grow extra crops and sell them in the local market. The money we earn helps support our school. Less dependence on rain. Our soil stays moist longer because we use mulch and compost, helping our plants grow even during dry season.
Wow. Amazing work. Makofi. Well, for me, I'm very impressed, especially with the edits of that video. To be honest, I've been trying to figure out how to do what they are doing. You know, like the picture is moving. I'll need to do research on that. You see, the kids, they know a lot. We should learn from them. So Kipusi Primary School will be awarded by Mr. Wambua from Ministry of Education. Makofi. Makofi as they come. Makofi. Wow. Amazing. Some people are starting to get bored. I just saw someone like this. So let's talk to our neighbors. Whisper to your neighbor. Very good. So next we'll have Mbulia Primary School. Kindly showcase.
At Mbulia Primary School, located in Golia Ward, Taita Taveta County, we face a significant challenge: water scarcity. Like many schools in arid and semi-arid areas, our ability to maintain a kitchen garden is threatened by unpredictable rainfall and prolonged dry spells. The lack of water makes it difficult to grow crops, limiting the availability of fresh vegetables for school meals. To tackle these challenges, we adopt sunken beds, an innovative farming technique designed to improve water conservation and soil fertility. This initiative is part of Klabu Juice, a skills-based learning program that encourages practical solutions to real-world problems. By implementing sunken beds, we have transformed our school garden into a more resilient and productive space, ensuring that learners continue to benefit from nutritious meals. Sunken beds are a proven solution for farming in dry regions, unlike traditional garden methods where crops are planted on flat ground. Sunken beds involve digging the plant planting are below ground level, creating a natural base that traps water and prevents evaporation. This technique has been extensively researched and found to be highly effective in water conservation and soil improvement. A study by the Food and Agriculture Organization FAO 2021 found that sunken beds increase soil moisture retention by up 20-40%, significantly reducing the need for frequent irrigation. Additionally, research from the International Center for Agriculture Research, the Dry Areas ICADA 2020 highlights that sunken beds protect crops from extreme heat and strong winds, allowing them to thrive even in harsh conditions. Our journey with sunken beds is not just about improving our school garden, it's about creating a lasting impact. By adopting this climate-smart farming method, we are equipping our school and community with skills that promote sustainable agriculture. Our goal is to extend this knowledge beyond the schools, encouraging local farmers and households to implement sunken beds in their gardens. This will help ensure food security even in the face of climate change.
Just to go, don't get tired. We are celebrating our winners today. So let's just stand up a little bit and stretch for just a second. Thank you, thank you. We can have our seats. So just 3 more videos to go. Mbulia Primary School from Voi, also supported by our partners Elimufanaka, won the most practical, effective concept elementary school. CIC is in 3 main categories. So we have the elementary school, the youngest, middle school, and high school. So most practical, effective concept elementary school, $200 went to Mbulia Primary School. And I'll call CEO Kenya Women Teacher Association, Ms. Benta, to help us award Mbulia Primary School. Let's clap for them, all the way from Voi, with their smart kitchen garden, 3rd year in a row as well, taking part in CIC. Thank you, thank you. So the other one is actually the first in the whole list of a student who worked on her own. A climate crisis, act now or regret forever. 3 more videos, just give us your patience. That's like 9 minutes. A video is 3 minutes long. So a climate crisis, act now or regret forever. Thank you.
Do you know that the last 8 years have been the hottest on record? Entire ecosystems are collapsing and weather patterns are more unpredictable than ever. What does this mean for you, your family, and the planet we call home? Climate change is no longer a distant threat. It's happening now and it's affecting all of us. Climate change is driven by human activities. Burning fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas for energy releases vast amounts of greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide and methane into the atmosphere. These gases trap heat, creating a greenhouse effect that warms the earth. Deforestation amplifies the problem by reducing the number of trees that absorb carbon dioxide, while industrial agriculture produces methane from livestock and nitrous oxide from fertilizers. The result is a fragile balance disrupted, leaving our planet in a tipping point. The effects of climate change are devastating and far-reaching. Rising temperatures are melting glaciers and polar ice caps, causing sea levels to rise and threatening coastal cities like Miami, Venice, and Jakarta. Extreme weather events, hurricanes, floods, heat waves, and droughts are becoming more frequent and intense, leaving millions of people displaced and causing billions of dollars in damages. Agriculture is severely affected, with crops failing in sub-Saharan Africa and water scarcity becoming a critical issue in regions like the Middle East. Biodiversity is also at risk as entire ecosystems collapse under stress. Coral reefs vital to marine life are dying off, while species like polar bears and elephants are being pushed to extinction. While climate change is a global problem, it affects certain regions. Low-lying islands, nations like Tuvalu, Kiribati are also at risk of disappearing entirely due to rising sea levels. In sub-Saharan Africa, prolonged droughts threaten food security and livelihoods, forcing families to migrate. Coastal cities in South Asia, such as Mumbai, are facing increasing floods, putting millions of lives in danger. The Arctic is warming nearly 4 times faster than the global average, disrupting ecosystems and indigenous communities who depend on ice and snow for survival. In the year 2024, Nairobi City in Kenya experienced heavy rains, which led to floods, forcing most of the individuals to be displaced.
Our special feature tonight, we revisit the heart-wrenching tragedy that befell the residents of Mathare 7 months ago, where more than 10 people lost their lives in floods. Our reporter Emily Chebet brings us a story of double tragedy of floods and forced eviction, the lost and fulfilled promises by government, and a fight for survival by the floods victims.
The time to act is now. Climate change is happening and we can't ignore it any longer. From stronger storms to rising seas, the effects are already here, but you can make a difference. Every small action counts, whether it's using less plastic, supporting clean energy, or speaking out for stronger policies. We have the power to protect our planet. It's up to us all to take action today for a better tomorrow. Let's stand together and fight for our future.
Wow, amazing work. A climate crisis, act now or regret later. This video won Best Storytelling. That's M-Pesa Foundation Academy, guided by Penina Kasalu. They will be awarded by Madam Rosemary Okello Orare from the director of Strathmore University Africa Media Lab. Makofi. Hey, Makofi. M-Pesa Foundation.
Your teacher can join you. Teacher Peter, I'm seeing you here. You'll join Penina. And Zainab, our CIC Student Advisory Board member from Kenya as well. Teachers, come. Every student is a product of their teachers. Best Storytelling High School, a prize of $200. Thank you so much. Almost at the finish line, Mwakigali, Gabion Project Phase 3, a project that they have done over the last 3 years, and this time won an outstanding entry, elementary school.
Welcome to Mwakingali Primary School, located in Voi, Taita Taveta County, Kenya. We embarked on ambitious Gabion project in 2024 to combat soil erosion and enhance the school's infrastructure. Through an engagement in the CIC project, we recognize the pressing need to address environmental challenges that threaten its learning environment.
Gabions are wire mesh containers filled with materials like stones or soil, commonly used in civil engineering and landscaping. They serve various purposes including erosion control, retaining walls, and decorative features. Their flexibility, durability, and ability to integrate with the environment make them a preferred choice in sustainable construction.
Through the CIC Award Prize,
We have been able to source for materials and technical support, ensuring the availability of necessary resources as we move to the third phase of our Gabion project. This year, the school community has supported our initiative by engaging grade 4 to 9 learners in collecting rocks to fill the Gabion boxes and parents in helping building the Gabion mattresses. Thanks to our able patron, Madam Abigail, Mr. Masood, and the school administration, we will be filling 6 Gabion boxes this season.
Kwa majina naitwa Julia Mwachanya, ni mkaaji wa Mwakigali. Hii kazi nimeipenda sana kwa sababu hii shule imekaa katika hali ambayo ni ya kubebwa na maji, na tulikuwa tunaomba tu kama tutaweza kupata msaada, na Mungu ametutunuku tukapata msaada, na ndio tunashughulika ili shule isiende na maji. Tunashukuru sana na tunazidi kuomba msaada zaidi ili shule yetu ikawa vizuri kama zingine.
The successful implementation of the Gabion project led to a significant reduction in soil erosion within the school premises, creating a safer and more conducive learning environment. Additionally, the project served as a practical educational tool, allowing students to engage in hands-on learning about environmental conservation and sustainable practices. Studies have demonstrated that Gabion solution can reduce carbon dioxide emission by up to 80% compared to traditional concrete walls. The cost effectiveness of Gabions is another advantage, as they often utilize locally sourced materials for filling, reducing transportation costs. Additionally, their relatively simple construction process does not require specialized labor. Implementing Gabions can lead to a more sustainable and secure environment, aligning with the school's goals of infrastructure improvement and environmental conservation. Our school's Gabion project exemplifies how educational institutions can proactively address environmental challenges through the community collaboration and sustainable solutions. We overcoming resource limitations and building local capacity.
Congratulations, Mwakingali. Third year keeping on, and today you won outstanding entry, elementary school, $300. I'll welcome Chief Principal for Alliance High School.
Hi there.
To help us award Mwakingali. So in the support of still our partners Elemufanaka, Remit, Cha Abigail, Masudi Masemo, and the learners from Mwakingali. Please join us on stage. The first year they did it, it was an idea. Then the second year they started doing the Gabions as students. This third year you can see the parents and the community joined in. So, teacher, come. Your learners. Thank you so much. Learners from Mwakingali are here. Thank you and congratulations. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Teacher Abigail. Such a pleasure working with you. 2 more videos just before your lunch. We'll keep this fast so that we don't stay between you and your lunch. So our second last video is from M-Pesa Foundation Academy, Hyacinth Paper by Shalon Kerubo. Then after
Hi
that,
there,
we have the
I'm Shalon, a grade 10 student at M-Pesa Foundation Academy. So today I'm going to talk about something we all know, paper. This is something we use in our daily life routines. If I called you and you're not so good at technology, well, you need a number from me, we definitely look for a paper and a pen, and this is how we note down our teacher's words. This paper is made from trees. Have you ever wondered what is in these trees that makes them eligible for paper making? Well, let the future entrepreneur teach you. Trees have a component called cellulose in its fibers, which makes them a choice for making paper. Cellulose is at 40 to 45% of softwood trees, and that is why they are mostly considered. So I sat down and wondered, what if as a creative mind I make my own paper? What can be used in place of trees? Because cutting these trees is not helping either. Cutting them is causing climate change, and finding an alternative is the best idea ever. These trees are as important as our environment, and the more we cut them, the more we risk our future. Or what do you think? So as I was roaming around the internet, I found out that water hyacinth was an option. So what is water hyacinth? According to Science Direct, water hyacinth is a perennial, free-floating aquatic plant native to tropical regions of South America and now present on all continents except Antarctica. From research, I learned that water hyacinth can completely cover lakes and wetlands, outcompeting native aquatic species, reducing oxygen levels for fish, and creating ideal habitat for disease-carrying mosquitoes. All this means that water hyacinth uses oxygen present in water, and if it covers a large area of a water body, it will affect the animals living in the water body. Can you imagine having a tree on top of your house, taking away the oxygen you have? That means you have to live outside, and as the world is outside, it is never safe. Same with these fish, they will not be as safe at all. It also makes it harder for people who use water for transport, or even the people who get their income from fishing. It hinders transport and it is hard to maneuver through it. Water hyacinth creates a place for mosquito to breed. This affects climate change in the essence of biodiversity. The fish will die and this will break the cycle of life. Water hyacinth also produces methane gas, which is harmful and causes high temperatures, leading to climate change. This tells us if the water hyacinth is too much, then there will be an increase in methane gas production, contributing to climate change. And since we are cutting all the trees, who will take up its place and take in the methane while giving us oxygen? I decided to look for a solution for this problem. I started off by interviewing a friend who lives there to know more about the effects of water hyacinth. Then I went into research. I learned water hyacinth has up to 25% fiber cellulose. Do you know what this means? It is possible to use it for paper making. There I had my solution. This will reduce the amount of hyacinth and reduce the effect of methane gas to the environment. Not forgetting saving my closest friends, the trees. To make paper, there is a process of harvest where it is collected and then cut off the roots, leaving leaves and stalks, then chopped into smaller pieces. After that, you need to boil the pieces in water for several hours to soften the fibers, then blend or pound to create pulp. Then wash the pulp to remove impurities. You need to add recycled paper pulp to improve strength, which solves another problem indirectly. Instead of throwing away the recycled pulp, we use it again. Then fill a basin with water and distribute the pulp evenly, forming a layer. Draining excess water and then use a screen or to scoop a thin layer. Press the pulp using a rolling pin or any other heavy object, then sun dry for several hours. Once dry, peel off the paper from the surface and there you have your paper, which can be used for all purposes like stationery, packaging, and artistic purposes. I will be reducing the production of methane that causes climate change and helping the community to have affordable paper. I really hope that my project will be considered as it threatens the future of Kenya and the world at large. Not forgetting the most important part is the trees. Trees are the producers of what keeps us going, and saving our environment is our aim. Well, my product serves all these purposes. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Wow, wow. So we would like to honor one of our partners who came in a little bit late, Mr. Mukira Gitonga from Lipagas, the CEO of Lipagas. Kindly grace us with your presence to award M-Pesa Foundation, Shalon Kerubo, with the project. Makofi. Yes, thank you. Makofi, mpaka wafike. Wow. Makofi. Now, I was just here thinking, by the way, I love food. Who else loves food? Who is a foodie? Na kuna difference between foodie na fundi. Okay? So right after this video, we are going to have our lunch. So this is the final video. Welcome. That is from Alliance. Kindly play.
15.3 billion trees are chopped down each year, which is equivalent to 3,000 toilet paper rolls for each person on Earth. Shown that every community in Kenya and the world can adopt smoothly due to its ease of implementation.
Hold on.
There are two things you need to know. Seed balls. Simply take a seed, cover it with charcoal, and you've got yourself a seed ball. So you take the ball, throw it into the soil, and fast forward a couple of years and you've got yourself a tree. It's cost effective, requires less labor, easy to distribute, minimizes soil disturbance, and ideal for large-scale reforestation. I want you to tell me which plant's forest screams out forest more than the other. If you chose B, then you'll be a fan of Miyawaki. No, not Miyazaki, Miyawaki. Developed by Japanese botanist Akira Miyawaki. This method involves planting a variety of indigenous species close together, mimicking a natural forest. It involves soil preparation, planting saplings in clusters of 3 to 5 per square meter, and monitoring over the first 2 years. It has a 10-time faster growth than traditional planting methods. This is because competition for light stimulates saplings to push libraries upwards. So now we've got 2 powerful methods, each with its own special facts. However, each also have their own special demerits. For one, seed balls usually have only one tree species, and the balls are very spaced out, minimizing competition. The Miyawaki method involves heavy labor, including land preparation, nursing saplings, watering, and a lot of monitoring, meaning it is not very adaptable to communities. Forest milk. So where does forest milk come in all this? It's as easy as 1 + 1 = 2. This approach leverages strength of both techniques to achieve a sweet spot that accelerates forest growth, improves biodiversity, and ensures long-term sustainability in degraded or deforested areas. Forest mix excels in biodiversity, community engagement, and adaptability, leading across all metrics. Seed balls are highly adaptable and effective in various terrains. Miyawaki matches forest needs in biodiversity and carbon sequestration, but is less adaptable. Traditional planting lags behind with moderate growth across the board. In other words, forest newts are seed balls, but with denser and multi-layered forests that maximizes land use, has a faster forest growth, and is more biodiverse. You could also say that this method is basically the Miyawaki method, but at a lower cost and enhanced adaptability among the community, and is more flexible, has a lower maintenance, and adopts all good qualities of the Miyawaki method.
Alexander Nyangiti, a unique student who heard about CIC and worked on his own and submitted a project. So let's celebrate him again even before he comes. And I'll call Mr. Daniel Juma, David and Jordan Smith, Teddy Warrior, to award the certificate to Alexander Nyangiti. Here. We have a check. And Alexander got the top award. The CIC Founders Award Best in Show 2024-2025. Yeah. Yes. We can take the pictures. Mr. Kamau Chomba, Mr. Clement, please join your learner because every student is a product of their teacher. and we celebrate Alexander Nyangiti. I'm moving my. One of the mics. Oh, wow. Wonderful, wonderful.
So thank you, Mr. Nyangiti, for raising such a great son. Alexander Nyangiti, we may not read all your bio today. We're going to read it at Alliance on Monday at 4:30. But you're a great son of the soil. We honor you today for your innovation, but also for your imagination. Shortly, we're about to give you a check from our founders, David and Jordan Smith, on behalf of Climate Advocate Voices United. It's a check for $1,500 or close to 200,000 shillings. And this was hard-earned money of our founders. We intend to grow this, and we know that you'll grow forest nukes in villages, in Kenya, in schools, beginning with the Alliance High School, whose motto is strong to serve. We're very proud of you. We took about 2 weeks to complete a book together. The book is called Alexander Nyangiti, From Innovation to Impact. And at 4:30 p.m. on Monday, we'll launch it at Alliance High School. May God continue to bless you. May God make you greater than you are. And may you love your country and your people. And we look forward to working with you all the way. And we have already helped him trademark Forest Nukes. And he has wonderful 4 logos that he wants you to help him to choose which one is the best. So thank you all for coming here. And I think you can sing the Alliance High School song in his honor. And then we can sign this check and he can use it as he pleases. Lunch, then the people who want to witness or to plant some trees at the Botanic Garden, you're welcome to join us. And for those who can come to his school, Alliance High School, on Monday, Mr. Principal, I hope you can allow me to have them to come to give a big shout to Alexander. We're very proud of you. And this is just the beginning. And you're walking in the footsteps of Wangari Muta Madai. May you be greater than us.
Okay.
Let him come. Say before Alexander.
Okay. I hope I'm tall enough to be seen. So without much further ado, I'd like to present, I'd like to invite Professor Ratemo Mitieka, the former Director General of NEMA, to come and present a copy of his signed book that he presented he gave it to the Alliance for the outstanding performance for the CIC. So because he's not around with us, I'd like to invite Luchiri Omoto so that he can help me give the book to the Alliance School. So thank you so much.
And I'd like to invite the Principal of Alliance to receive the gifts.
Congratulations. Thank you so much. We are honored that you graced our event, that you stayed with us for the last 4 hours. And we want you to enjoy lunch from the back there. For all the learners with your teachers, lunch will be served down by the grass here so that there's no commotion. Then I think we'll head off to plant the ceremonial trees, and we'll be graced by Miss Environment, who's with us, Nicole. She'll be with us as we plant the trees. So, karibuni, have a good lunch. And actually, just before we break for a minute, I think we can just say the grace together to close the event with a prayer as well. May the grace of Lord Jesus Christ, the love of God, the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with us now and forevermore. Amen. Thank you so much. May God bless you. Let's keep interacting and mingling. Karibuni for lunch. So lunch is right behind. You can see the servers. For the students, lunch is down where the grass is. You can see the brown bags. That's your pre-packed lunch. So all students, please let's go down there. For all our guests, karibuni, where the servers are, all ready to give you something to bite today. So students, let's go down there.